you gon' do when you facing accountability? You say she pandering, you hyenas be killing me. You niggas scandalous, your stories like validity. Boy, don't come for celebrity, queen of account. They call it her pick me. Some women say she pandering, cause she don't pick the girl code over lies that's damaging. These hyenas scandalous, slandering the black man again, and want celebrity to stand and watch like she a mannequin. Black men are the casualties, trapped by women's strategies. They act out sporadically, that shit is a travesty. And it's just so sad to see, matter of fact, it's a tragedy. 3 kids with different daddies, please, but y'all all mad at Daphne. They up at night trying to discredit and defame. They corrupt, ain't right, and it's pathetic and a shame. Fake friends turn enemies, throwing dirt on your name, but you gon' fly with the angels and serpents burning the flames. Yeah, I know it's hard and it hurt to discover the same people claim they love you, start shaming your mother. Cut you off unexpectedly, you triggered, you hate that, claiming Daphne disrespected me. I figured you say that. What you gon' do when you facing accountability? You say she pandering, you hyenas be killing me. You niggas scandalous, your stories like validity. Boy, don't come for celebrity, queen of accountability.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I know, guys, this is not a constant for me. I don't usually do shows on a Tuesday. We have been doing them on a Wednesday, but unfortunately, something came across my desk yesterday night, and I was up actually until about 4 a.m. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys. I know that yesterday on my YouTube, I did post something in my community chat. I want to remind you guys that there are several individuals out there that are working overtime trying to get me shut down. They are enlisting anybody's name that I show. So for instance, let me give you an example. If there's a woman that goes online and lies about something publicly, and let's say I get to the bottom of it and it turns out that she made the whole story up. If I post it publicly where I'm showing her name, the individuals that I have contact orders against, stalking orders against, they are reaching out to these people so they can speak for them because they're not able to speak about me out loud. I think it's disgusting behavior that these women and men are that jealous. And I'm not even going to say so much men, it's more on the side of women. They hate me so much that they're enlisting people to help them hate me. And this is why, if you do this kind of stuff online where you're holding people accountable, you have to understand it's going to come with people who are extremely jealous of you. A lot of you guys know a couple of the people I'm talking about. But last night, an individual made a post on their YouTube where they were trying to slander me, and they were trying to enlist another black man to hate me too. But this person didn't know that I had already spoken to that black man about a week and a half ago. So I was 15 steps ahead of this person. So the fact that this person thought they were doing something, they had got it all wrong. There is a content creator out there that is calling CPS and other content creators out of jealousy. That is not me. I don't call CPS and the police because somebody called me the B word. It's when they're doing something online that goes against the code. If anybody follows me, they know I worked for the state for many years and I was damn good at my job. Just because I don't do it anymore doesn't mean I'm not held to those same values. If I see a woman online exploiting her kids, I'm calling CPS. But I'm not going to call CPS because somebody called me a B or said I'm a narcissist. I'm used to haters saying that. But this individual thought they were doing something. And actually what they did was they violated the court order yet again. Guys, I want to remind you, please do not assume that you are above the law. When a judge says that there is a court order against you to not stalk somebody online or enlist third parties, I would suggest you follow that order. Cook County is not a place where you want to violate an order of that nature. But this person did. So I want to remind you guys that in July, this person has to see me in person and see the judge. And that's when they will be held accountable. So they can keep talking about me and lying on me, but justice will prevail. And when it does, I will then be able to talk a lot more about what I've gone through. Until then, I would suggest anybody that gets an email from her or a text or anything from these women online, I would not partake in it. Know that if you become a part of it, you will have to bring yourself out here to Illinois too. It is not worth it. Don't let somebody else's jealousy stop you from being great. Don't let it happen. And unfortunately, people cannot create their own content without Daphne's name in it. They use me as a scapegoat because they have nothing great going on in their lives. And I think it's a really sad thing when these women are older, middle-aged, going through menopause, and the only thing they can think of is Daphne Sutton. It's an obsession at this point. And I want to remind you women, I am not a lesbian. I have a whole husband. So you never get me. So I would suggest that you obsess over something else other than me. Create your own lane. You're making yourself look like a goofball out here. And let me tell you guys something. Eventually your followers will get tired of you repeating the same bullshit over and over and over again. Narcissist, fraud, narcissist. And they know that you're just bluffing and you don't have anything on this person. So eventually your followers will email me saying, I see it now. I went to your Facebook. I went to your Instagram. I went to your TikTok. And you haven't said nothing about these people in months, not even this year. But when I go to their pages, you are 90% of their content. Guys, that is an obsession. Ladies, do better, especially if you have daughters and sons. What legacy are you leaving? A legacy of stalking someone, having an order for that? That isn't nothing great. And guys, listen, if I wanted to expose people and I wanted to hurt them like they've been hurting me, I could have been put that order out there, public, where you see their name and everything. Because right now, the order protects me all the way up until July. And I've had this order since January. So I want to remind you, I can humble a lot of these people that are trying to destroy me. I could send it to so many people, but I don't need to do that. Staying quiet and not partaking in the same energy that they're putting out is making me look like the star right now. But when you're online every day and you can't say my name, so you got to do indirectly, people are going to say, you know what? We're tired of this shit. I'm following the wrong page. This person ain't really about trying to empower people. This person is about hurting people. And let me tell you, you can say whatever you want about me. I'm not a fraud. I don't scam people and I don't hurt people. I hold them accountable because they're doing things to hurt other people. And if that bothers you, block me. But when you have my name in your mouth every day, it is now called an obsession. And I hope you women get therapy for it. It's really bad. These people they care more about me. They obsess more about me than my own husband. Can't be that way. I'm not married to y'all. So I would suggest anybody that's being, inboxed, don't do it. Don't partake in their hate train because you will be on a docket. It isn't worth it. Because of this person, other people are already on the docket. You got to start looking at the pattern. They hate me so much that they're enlisting the whole world to try to bring me down. And I'm only one person. I don't need an army. They do. That says a lot. I must be that impactful out there. And then you'll notice that over the course of the time that they're hating me, they're not moving. Their page isn't going anywhere. It's dehydrated. It's dry. Nothing great is going on. So they'll make up lies about me being jealous. No, baby, I'm not jealous of you. You ladies need to wake up. Act your age. Some of you guys are too damn old to be beefing with someone you'll never be on the same level as. You got to accept that. You'll never be on my level. You'll never be. You tried it, but it didn't work. But one thing you're not going to do is discredit me in the work I do for people. I don't need to put it on social media, all the great things I do. They know what I do. So you can keep talking about me, but know that every time you talk to someone offline, you better hope they don't send it to me. I've already have a lot of stuff. I can't wait till July. It's like Christmas. It's going to be Christmas in July. And all I'm saying is I've asked people to leave me alone and let me be. But unfortunately, a lot of these women cannot leave me alone and let me be. And I'm going to say women. I want to tell you guys that before the brick incident, My life was beautiful. I had no issues. I never had any court cases, nothing. Since a certain amount of people came into my life, it's been a fucking tornado. And now you see the difference. They said I'm the problem. How the fuck am I the problem when you guys came into my orbit? I don't need to reach out to low-level pages. I never do that. I'm on my own. I've been on my own. So quit acting like you're tough. Quit acting like you're about it, because you're not. You're scared little individuals. And you're going to be scared really soon, too. Because the justice system, they see a different story. You're not a victim. You are not a victim. Stop acting like you're a victim. You got to stop doing that. It'll never work. That victim won't, that won't play in court when I have over 100 pages. I need you guys to leave me alone. That's all I'm asking. Leave me alone. Because the minute I do speak up for myself and I say their names directly, they're running right to the police. So I have to sit here and deal with the chaos and the lies. But I appreciate their followers for tipping me off. This is what they're saying about you offline. And now I got another violation. The violation is you're talking about me offline, and you're not supposed to be doing that either. See, but keep acting like you're tough. Please keep doing it. But keep my name out of your mouth. I've said that many times to these women, and they continue to do it. They continue to do it because they know that shit is about to get real. I've been quiet. I've allowed a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to allow no one to say that I'm a fraud and that I'm jealous of somebody that is below me. You got to wake up. Please, please stop grasping for fake stories just to get a couple of views. And I just wanted to say that, guys, because last night I didn't want to post that long mad graph, but I was mad. And I thought I had to do it because when their followers are reaching out to me, then I know they're concerned. They see that I'm not the one harassing and stalking and caring about them. It's the other way around. And I appreciate people for forming their own opinion and not listening to the opinion of an angry, jealous, bitter individual. That's why you shouldn't believe all women. They lie. They will make up a story to make another woman look like trash because they are trash. They will sit up there and call somebody a narcissist because they are, in fact, what they're saying I am. They wake up to Daphne. They go to sleep to Daphne. They need me. And if it's not me, it's Rhoda. Those are the only two things that help their page pop. Besides me and Rhoda, their page is drier than a desert. Y'all feel what I'm saying? That's the life that they live. They wake up bitter and they go to sleep bitter. But one thing I realize is that they're obsessed with me. And I've never had women so obsessed with me like we had a intimate relationship type of obsession. Ugh, crazy. But it's happening to me, y'all. And this is why I have issues with women, because they focus their energy on shit that doesn't matter. Some of these individuals have kids. They don't even obsess over their own fucking kids like they obsess over me. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. Where are your mothering skills, nigga? Are you even a mother? Do you even care about your family? Give them that energy. Don't give it to me. I don't need it. I have it already. I don't need it from you. Some of you ladies need to really, really think about your lives, because it's not going to go well. I think the worst thing that can happen to someone is having an order against them because they can't leave somebody alone. So I will say this one more time. Leave me the fuck alone. And I want you to know that this show, I sent it to a couple of people who I know are listening for a reason, because I wanted to make it known out loud one more time. Leave Daphne and her family alone. Find a different lane, because you already know that all of this is coming to an end really soon, and you will be held accountable. I don't have to show everybody what I got against you. I don't have to show everybody how you tried to have a bunch of people hurt me and take my page down. I don't have to do that. I held on to every receipt. I got over 41,000 photos in my phone as we speak. I don't delete anything. And anything anyone sends to me, I keep it confidential if they want it to be. The things that I have, it hurts to see that a person can't take me one-on-one. They need about 50 men to help them. And I think that is very sad. I'm not Suge Knight. I don't have a criminal record. My husband doesn't have a criminal record. So why do you need a football team to take me? Because that's how pathetic your life is. And I think it's very sad. I know you weren't raised to be like this. You're too old. You're supposed to be setting the example, and yet you are the idiot right now. And I would say this to all of my female haters. Find a different lane. 98% of the people that hate me are single for a reason, because they're headaches. They're dangerous. Y'all got to watch out for these women. If they will stalk me like this, y'all, and get a whole bunch of men that hate me that don't even know me, what do you think they'd do to y'all? But they keep saying that women are victims. No, they are not. They're villains. They never want to see another Black woman make it the right way, because I'm not shaking my ass or posting full body pics or, I don't have to get that type of attention. But a lot of you women tend to need that, right, to thrive. So I wanted to just address that, guys, because look, if you hear anything about me online, let me know. I have so many people that care about me that much where they send me anything they see, and I know where it came from. Patterns are not just coincidence. You feel what I'm saying, y'all? I just wanted you guys to know that it's been like this for almost a year. I've endured a lot of shit by myself, and I didn't ask nobody for their help, not even my husband. He only stepped up one time against a man. That's given. But I never told my husband I needed help with females. I got it. But I think it's funny how females need 50, 60 people against me. I didn't know I was Suge Knight. Damn. I must be that powerful online to need an army. And I didn't know that people needed all men to go against me. That right there I never heard of. But I see now that, if you're bringing men into it and it's females, then you already know what it's for. It's not to pray for me. So again, I want you guys to know that I am handling things offline. And I know a lot of y'all want to see all the receipts, but I'm not going to show them just yet. But I want you guys to know that there are people out there that want me to be off the air for good. And I want to let those people know it'll never fucking happen unless I say it's going to happen. You don't have the power to ever try to get me off the air when I've been doing this for 9 years. 9. And you honestly think you guys are the great white hope that's going to come in and just, the celebrity's gone. It's not going to happen. So keep trying, keep digging, keep assuming. But come July, I will get the victory. I figured you'll say that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into my show. I want to say thank you to everyone who is listening today. I am streaming this across Twitter and Facebook. So thank you guys for being here. Last night, a young lady inboxed me on Twitter. It was about 11:05 p.m. And she said, Daphne, I need you to take a look at this woman's post. It's disturbing. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I click on the post. And this is a child, a 16-year-old child, saying that she was great. We're going to say great. I hate saying sexually assaulted because it's worse than that. It's great. She said that a member of Lil Durk's crew, allegedly his family, flew her out to California back in May 1st. And to attend the Lil Wayne Durk concert. They had a concert out there in Cali. She said that he was 29 years old. Okay? Now, she said when she flew out there, they had some fun, they had some sex, everything's great. But then she goes on Twitter last night and says that she was great. And I was just saying to myself, first of all, why did it take you so long? Let me tell you guys something. When I read her story, I read it like maybe 15 times because I have to read things more than once to analyze it. And I can already tell that she wasn't being honest. Let me tell you guys something. You mothers and fathers out here are failing your teenage daughters. They're fast ass little hoes. That's what they are. And we got to call it what it is. You guys are failing these kids. I might not have none, but I bet you I can raise them better than half of y'all. You guys absolutely suck at raising your kids. How the fuck you don't know what your daughters is doing behind your back? How you don't know? That's what I want to know. Because I keep asking these parents, how do y'all, I work a lot. No. We're not buying that. This 16-year-old child got flued out from Boston all the way to Cali. East Coast to the West Coast, and y'all didn't know what the fuck was going on? She has her mother and her father in her life. I'm confused. I don't get it. And the sad part is she's a cute girl. She has a future in modeling, a future in doing hair. The girl is bad at laying them wigs. I'm going to give her credit. She is doing the wrong thing. You don't lie on a gang now. Woo! You don't do that. Because anyone affiliated with Lil Durk is affecting Lil Durk's money. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So I said, ain't no way a man is going to put his whole career on the line and his family's career on the line for some ass when they can get it at any snap of a hand. You can get booty in Cali if you got money. They got money. I went to the man's Instagram and I saw how he was living. Hundreds and hundreds and one paid $1 million laid out on the ground. The man is paid. So you honestly think that he was so desperate for pussy, he sent a child out there? No, the child lied about her age. Now, we've heard this before. Josh Giddey. Oh, he messed with a 15-year-old girl and he was 19. That girl lied. She was at an establishment for people that were 21 and up. Why would he think that's a child? Because these young little fast-ass little girls think that this is cute. And let me tell you, quit making excuses. At her age, I knew right from wrong. At 16, I knew right from wrong. So let's stop acting like she's brainwashed and doesn't know what right and wrong is. She fucking knows. Because before she went out to meet this man, her page is filled with sex. She even had the word pussy in her bio. Do y'all feel what I'm saying today? A 16-year-old child put that she had pussy pics in her bio. I was up to 4 a.m, y'all, looking at this shit. From 11:05 to 4 a.m. That's how upset I was. I wanted to grab her and hold her and say, what the fuck are you doing? Do y'all realize that people can get killed doing the shit she's doing? When you accuse a man of rape, that's a death sentence for him. It's over for him. Whether he did it or not, his life will never, ever be the same. You can't accuse somebody of that because they hit it and quit it. That's what those kind of men in the industry do. I don't care how pretty you are or how beautiful you can lay a wig. You're just another pump. Men are going to hit it and quit it and keep it moving. If you're advertising booty online, that is all they're going to see you for, ladies. Booty. But this child got blocked on all his social medias and then waited almost 2 weeks to go to Twitter and say, I was great. Drugged and great. She even took a picture in the bed with the man when his back was turned and said, I wish he would leave. He got the hotel. They were in his state. She made it seem like she was kidnapped. What are we doing? What are y'all teaching y'all daughters, man? I'm not gonna lie, I got emotional. I'm getting emotional now because it angers me how you parents are so fucking pathetic. You don't know what the fuck your kids are doing. I would know everything about my child. Everything. And y'all don't know what your kid is doing? If I told my dad I'm going to a party, he knew the house, he knew the parents, he knew every fucking thing. So I couldn't lie. If your daughter's telling you I'm going over to Cicely's house, okay, have a good day. I'm spending a night for 2 days, Mom. Okay. That's what y'all doing now? Y'all don't see what your kids are wearing around the house? Are you really telling me that this girl is an innocent little kid in the comfort of her house, but when she leave the house, she's a hoe? When I went through her page, she was in multiple states, dressed like a hoe. I'm going to call it what it is. I'm not holding back nothing. Dressed like a little ass hoe. Out there telling these grown ass men that you're of age. And you're just an innocent little 16-year-old girl. What the fuck are you doing? I couldn't even drum up the words because this is a child. I'm angry. I hate saying this. But guys, what are y'all going to do about it? No one wanted to do anything. So I did. She said she called the police. That was a fucking lie. And let me tell you, I can't file the police report for her. She has to do it. Her parents have to do it. Until then, they can't do anything. All I could do is direct them to where I saw it and then let them do what they want. But I spoke to them for over 10 minutes and they can tell I was very upset. And I'm tired of police telling me, we wish there were more like you out there. There should be a lot more. Why am I the only one calling? People act like they don't have those skills to pick up a phone and say, hey, I want to be anonymous. I saw something online. Here's her Twitter, blah, 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 blah. People act like they don't have a fucking mouth. They'll tell her on Twitter, you can't be lying like this. You can't be doing. That's not going to be enough. We got to do action. So yeah, her parents are going to get a visit. I made sure, and I told them, I'm following up with you every day until you give me an update. Because this little girl is going to get herself killed. She's too talented to be doing this type of shit. Being fly, she got flew out to they flew her out to Miami. They flew her out to Cali. She was in Texas. She was in all these different states, dressed like a hoe. That's usually what escorts do, right? They advertise sex prices and then they get flued out. Is what these women be saying online. She didn't look her age. I'm not gonna lie. The right wig and makeup, she looks like an adult. She has about maybe 5 or 6 tattoos, 4 piercings. You don't expect that on a 16-year-old child. I mean, growing up, I didn't see it. You might see that on a 16-year-old boy, but this girl got tats between her breasts. You don't see that on a child. They got to get consent. And also, when I spoke to the police, they let me know, hey, in our state, the age of consent for a woman is 16. So if she did get flued out to give up the pussy, he ain't gonna get in trouble for rape because she consented. When you accepted his flight and you allowed him to fly you out there, what did you think was gonna happen? You guys were going to church? These young, and we can't sit here and say, well, she's 16. Her brain isn't developed. She just doesn't know. She knows a lot. I went to her page. She's very ahead of her time. We got to stop making excuses for these kids. They lie too, and they get people killed too. But when you're going against an OTF gang, you better be careful. You better be careful what you're saying. It's damaging. And thank God I was able to reach out to Little Dirk, his personal email. Oh, yeah. I made sure he knew what was going on so he can protect his brand. He has too much to lose, just in case, because men need to be more vigilant. You have to do more research before you fly a complete stranger out to your state. You better make sure they are of, even if their age of consent is 16. Okay, people are still going to call you a predator because she's a child in our eyes, but in the law's eyes, he didn't break no laws. You guys got to remember, in some states, 15 is the age of consent. A woman can consent to sex at 15 to an adult man. In Illinois, it's 17 years old. So when Chief Keef was groomed and had sex at 16 with that 40-year-old, and then at 17, he was paying child support, I didn't see the outrage for him. Well, the age of consent is 17. It doesn't matter if the woman is now 44. It doesn't matter. Women had all type of excuses for him. Well, he is, he got money. He is paid, but he was a fucking child in our eyes. But in Illinois eyes, he was at the right age of consent. That's why the judge told him at 17, you're now paying child support to a 42-year-old woman. To us, that's great, but it isn't the age of consent. It's no different, you guys. And for the first time, I saw a lot of people go against her posts. And she was reported. And for like maybe 5 or 6 hours, she didn't even have her page. I don't know what you guys are doing out there. But let me tell you, to any young lady listening to my show, you keep doing that, I can promise you, you won't have a long life. I can promise you that. People kill for less. So when you're out here saying that you were grapes because somebody blocked you after they pumped and dumped, a lot of you women bring looks to the table. They can get that from anybody. Callie has some of the most beautiful women out there. That was just another good-looking young lady. He just didn't know that it was a child. And let me tell you, they got scannable IDs now. that can pass through when you're going through the airports. I spoke to 3 people who showed me it's illegal. So I'm like, ooh, wee. It looks just like a real license, but it isn't. It's a scannable one where you can go and buy liquor and you could be a whole child and get away with it. Fake IDs have come a long way. I've never seen some that good. So when people say, well, how was he able to book her the flight? That's how. She had a damn good fake ID and got through. But I want to tell you guys something. Her saying that she was drugged and raped, but you're laying in the bed with him, saying, I hope he leaves. Then after, you're taking a beautiful, beautiful pictures of the beach. And how you doing all that when you're a victim? And then you waited almost 2 weeks and you ran to Twitter. So now they can't do a kit. They can't do no kind of, kit on you because it's already been almost 2 weeks. It's your word against his. And one thing I want to say to other women, you guys are the most gullible bunch of fools I have ever seen. Because any woman can go online and press record and say, I was raped and I didn't ask for it. And these women will say, he's a predator. You're only hearing one side of the story. Women are so quick to believe a sob story because they're emotional and they can relate to it. I can just see a man doing that. Not me. I don't believe shit I see online. You'll never get me to say, I believe it, I'm sharing it right now. No, I verify first. I verify because I don't believe you. And I know some people will say, well, you're a woman. How can you not believe a woman? Easy. Women lie on me every day. A woman called me a predator before, and that broke me. These women, when they run out of shit to talk about, they start to lie. Women lie on me every day. So I would hate for someone to believe allegations on me and not the actual facts. It hurts. It hurts to be called something that you're not, especially a predator. And you over here going to bat for kids every fucking day because a lot of these women have nothing going on in their lives. They're losers. And they would tell me, butt out. Why are you in their business? How did I get the business? People tag me because they're concerned, because they don't have the guts to do what I'm doing. They don't want to be targeted. They don't want to be threatened. They don't want people enlisting a bunch of men. So they don't want to do it. They see what I'm going through. But I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. I'm still here. Most of the allegations I heard about me came from women. 95% of the allegations came from women. So I know what men go through. I get it every day. And other women will believe it. Oh my gosh, Daphne, she's really a narcissist? Oh my God, that makes sense. Oh, and she don't like black women? Because that's how gullible and dumb some of these women are. They believe anything. You can show them something I did where I helped a black woman, and they will still say, oh, that's fake. Oh, she paid an actor to do that. Oh, no, she paid somebody to say. You'll never win with people that are obsessed with you. You'll never win. And they'll say that I'm over here stalking a 16-year-old. That's what they're going to say about me today. Because I told her I spoke to the police. And you know when you tell people that you did something that they didn't do and they lied about it, what do they typically do? They attack me. Why would you tell the police? They don't even protect black women. Hey fellas, I want to tell y'all something tonight. One thing that black women say, and it's a cop-out, they don't go to the police because the police don't protect black women. Let me tell you why they say that. Because they know if they go to the police is going to do what's called an investigation. And if your ass is lying, wig comes off, pick gets snapped, you look like Boo Boo the Fool. So they run to Twitter and they run to TikTok and Facebook and tell you guys a very sob story. Let me ask y'all a question. What is Twitter going to do? So if somebody sexually assaulted me right now, I didn't go to the police. I ran to Twitter and told y'all, what is Twitter going to fucking do? I'm waiting for a good answer. Well, yeah, Daphne, she's telling Twitter because she wants to empower. How the fuck are you empowering women if the idiot is still out there? You've empowered nothing. What you did is you pissed him off. Now he knows you're running your mouth. Now he knows you're snitching. Now you got a mark on your wig. Y'all see what I'm saying? Tell me, Tell me how running the social media helps empower women. It does nothing. These women want to get paid. This 16-year-old girl is verified on Twitter. When you're verified, you get paid for shares, likes, and views. You get a check every 2 weeks. I know. She's doing it to get paid. Just like a week and a half ago, where the woman said, my life is in danger and I'm scared. And then when I called her out, you miserable old bitch, you bitch, I hate. She hated my guts because I ruined her money. What are y'all teaching your daughters? And what I find funny is people used to say, her text receipts are fake. Her text receipts are fake. Y'all been saying that for 9 years. But when you see somebody else doing it, you're accepting their fake text receipt that you know is fake, has been proven to be fake. That's what Black women do to me every day. They sit there and contradict their dumbasses every day. They contradict themselves. When Daphne does it, it's fake, even though they know it's real. Because I've been doing it too long and I'm consistent and I know where my shit comes from. But when you got a Black woman sitting up on social media texting herself, you better hope the police get there before I do. I'm going to beat your ass. I'm phoning them. That to me is weird. If you're going to create fake scenarios like that, don't make them like that. That's like me going online saying, making up a text receipt saying I was sexually assaulted. So it felt good. It still felt good to me. And I'm coming back and hit it again just to go viral. Because y'all know some shit like that would go viral, right? So if I really wanted to go viral off of a lie, I would have went viral already off of a lie. But you got these Black women thinking I'm in competition with these people that are imitating me. I've always been the queen of a lot of things online. I don't have to tell people. When Facebook says memory from 7 years ago, that is my proof. Was that person doing that 7 years ago? No. Then shut the fuck up. That's like saying Stephen Curry, or that's like saying Michael Jordan got his game off of Stephen Curry. Get the fuck out of here. That's what they're saying to me. I'm over here following people that are following me. It makes no sense. Black women will defend this behavior and say, well, she's 16. She's just having fun. That's not having fun. She was in a whole nother coast. She went from the east to the west. What if he was? What if he wasn't affiliated with Little Dirt? What if he was just a regular guy and he wanted to keep her there? It could have went a different way. She would be a hashtag, right? Oh my gosh. And then here's the mom. My baby was such a good kid. And there's so pictures of her with her natural hair, her natural eyelashes, looking like a cute little innocent child. My baby would never do nothing. I know this guy forced her out there. I know. My baby is such a good kid, knowing that their child is a hoe. A lot of these mothers know they have hoes for kids because they were hoes. They don't want to acknowledge it until something happens. Then you got them crying on camera, saying their kid was a great kid when they weren't. These new generation of girls are hoes because you guys raised them that way. I don't want to hear, well, she didn't have her parents. She does. I didn't have my mother or grandmother, and I ain't a hoe. It isn't hard. But a lot of these young girls think that this is the way you got to make money. And the sad part is that young girl has a future. She don't even realize it. And it could be over before she starts it because her lying. It's bad. I was up to 4 a.m. looking at a lot of her stuff. She is wild. Wild. She's basically saying that she sells her body. So I had to let somebody know. I don't care if the age of consent is her age right now. She's still a baby in my eyes. And I would never let my daughter do that. That's why I'm glad I don't have a daughter, because I'd be in prison. I'd be right there making license plates because I hurt somebody over mine. And I would raise them to be better women than what I'm seeing right now. A lot of these women think because they gave birth, they're better than me. You guys are scum. And when I see a mother acting like a little kid, stalking other people, and they got kids at home, you are no better. I see why. It really hurt my feelings, y'all. It did. Because other women were telling her, you can't be like this. We know you're lying. Then she flipped the script and said, well, he knew my age and he still flew me out. Let me tell y'all something. If you live in a whole nother coast, you don't have to go anywhere. Guess what? You don't have to go anywhere. You are in control in your own state. But you gave this man all your info to put in when he booked the flight. And now you're saying you were forced? No, honey. No. A lot of these young ladies are very smart. And they will mask it under saying they were groomed and drugged. But you had time to take a picture of him laying in the bed in the hotel that he bought. At any time, you could have went home. At any time, you could have went to Little Dirk's security. At any time, you could have called 911. I don't want to hear that shit. These young girls are ahead of their time, and it's time to acknowledge that. Last year, a Black mother went online and said, this young man took my daughter, 22 years old, and he took my 13-year-old daughter. He took her. He kidnapped her. They got it on video in the apartments, and it showed her actually getting in the car. But her mom didn't know that she was using a fake ID that said she was 19 and that she was fucking at 13 years old. You raised the hoe. You did that. I blame the mother for doing that. It is the parents' fault. Just like these school shooters. They go up there and shoot up the school. They starting to lock these parents up for that. Accountability. We can't sit there and say this girl knew what sex was. She saw something that made her think this was okay. He had no idea. She was 13 because the ID she showed said 19. He brought her back. And when he brought her back, there was a bunch of cops ready to kill him. Ready to kill him. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. He didn't know what was going on. I just took my girlfriend out to get something to eat. Handcuffed him. They're talking to her. Did this man do anything to you? No. That's my boyfriend. Mom acting like she didn't know. She knew. Moms know. They know when their daughter is fast. Quit acting like you don't know. You know, because you used to be a hoe or you still are a hoe. Don't act like you didn't know. That's my boyfriend. Can we see your ID? Mom, did you know that this was her ID? Saying she's 19? Where did you get that? She knew where she got that. Her daughter left because she was defiant. And mom got mad and wanted that control back. And it backfired. The picture she was showing Facebook was a little girl with pigtails. Oh, 2 barrettes, baby hair laid. Oh, she's so cute. But her Facebook had her bent over. Her Facebook had her in a skirt with high heels and boots. Makeup. She had all these different poses and all these different risque clothing. Wig was laid. Didn't look nothing like 13, y'all. Whole nother Facebook. So when I asked the mom, whose page is this? She blocked me. Typical. Typical. This is learned behavior, you guys. It's learned behavior. These fake IDs, man, they're going to get y'all killed. Keep playing with fire and you will not survive it. I'm just saying, if you women feel like your mothers are not teaching you or your fathers are not teaching you, because I'm going to be honest, this ain't a trait of men. I just don't see a man letting his daughter leave to a random place for 2 days unless he's drugged out. Men are very, very protective over their daughters. The men I see are protective over their daughters. If she leaves out with a skirt, he gonna tell her to go upstairs and find the rest of it. You're missing some of your clothes. That's a father. A mother would say, she's just growing into herself. Let her express herself. Let her wear what she wants. That's why a lot of these households don't survive. The mom says, let her be a hoe. The dad says, hell no. They both have to be on the same page. And when the mom feels like the dad is now being controlling, when he's just being protective and a provider, she kicks him out. And then her daughter grows up to be a hoe and having a kid at what? 17, 18. Teen mom. It's a routine I see all the time. Dad would be like, no, you're not leaving the house like that. Why are you wearing a wig? You have good hair under that wig. Mom said I can. Well, I'm saying you can't. Why? Let her wear the wig. And then you got arguments. That's why a lot of these households do not survive. Dads ain't playing that. They're not letting their daughter go out there like a piece of meat going into a lion's den. That's not going to happen. And I'm hoping that the Boston police can do their due diligence to make sure that they know what their daughter is doing. She might be able to consent to sex at her age, but she's not an adult. She's not. She's a kid. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. I do. I was up all night, y'all, because I was hurt. It hurt me. I didn't say nothing negative to her. I just told her. I've already alerted the police. So I know by now she probably blocked me. That's what they do. Her and her friend are both hot. Her friend is just as bad as her. Risque clothes, private exposed. I just never seen it happening like this. These are 2,000 babies, you guys. They're babies. And they think that lying about their age is going to help them get to the next level. It will. The next level up in the sky. That's where it's going to get you to. The sky. Because you're not going to be able to make it with this kind of life. There's nothing great that comes out of lying about your age. When men find out that they slept with somebody their daughter's age or their sister's age, they, even if they weren't wrong, they know it's over. So then they say, well, you know what? It's already over for me. So what do y'all think they're going to do next? It's over for her too. We already done. I'm about to get in trouble. Because she'll be able to tell the cops, he forced me to do it. And you know they're going to believe her. It was consensual. It was consensual when she went out there. It turned into grape when he blocked her everywhere. Because that was the whole goal. You look good online. You're bent over. You're advertising your booty. You're advertising that you can be bought. So he buys you. And then he returns you back. That's what they do. You might be pretty, but pretty only gets you in the door. It won't keep you in there, though. That's it. You can be pretty, but what else do you have to offer? She felt rejected. So when she got rejected and blocked and she saw that he had other hoes, now it turned into grape. They can't do a kid because it already happened 2 weeks ago. You said nothing. Even when you came back to your state, you still didn't say nothing because everything was great until he blocked you. And people usually do that when they find out something that they didn't want to know, like your age. So you're not this age? What are you doing? Do you know I got all this to lose? And now he has to realize this is a child. So I can't threaten to kill her. I can't threaten bodily harm. She'll tell her parents, this is a child. So all I can do is block her and move on. That's what he did. And then she started telling everybody, here's his face. Let me tell y'all, that OTF gang is not a gang you want to mess with. People were trying to warn her, and she didn't care. So you're telling me to be silent about my grape. No, tell the police, fool. Let them handle it. What you're doing is going to open up a door that you won't be able to close and lock. I don't know what you guys are teaching your kids, but I'm begging you to check their shit. I'm begging you. They might leave out of there looking like a kid, but everything is in the backpack that you don't ever check. You let these kids tell you to stay out of their room? What? That didn't exist in my household. Stay out of whose room? My dad owned every room in that house. You parents are just soft now. Y'all weak. Y'all letting your kids tell you, don't go in my room, damn it. What? And you ain't paying no bills? I'm going all through that room. Go through everything. Go through the pillowcases. They hide stuff in there too, in the pillows. They hide things in places where they don't think you ever check. Check those tampon boxes. Yeah. Yeah. Because, some of these girls live with their dads, and their dads know that I'm never going to check. Check the tampon boxes. They keep fake IDs in there too. Because they know dad won't go through them or mom won't go through them. Those are just tampons. You got to be like the DEA that just caught somebody with a whole bunch of keys. You got to check everything. They hiding them and stuff that they know you're not going to look. Go look in there tonight and you'll find some shit. But you parents don't want to do the extra work. But then you get mad when the police knock on your door and say, is this your hoe online? I mean, your daughter? Because that's what they're calling her, a hoe. That's what they're calling her. So I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on, let me see if I have it. I'm just looking for the video. Hold on 1 second. Okay, here you go. This is the picture I wanted y'all to see. So you can see that's her. To the naked eye, no one would think that's a child. Look what she's wearing. A see-through dress. Her panties are exposed in that dress. And the guy behind her is a 29-year-old man. But if you look at the pictures that she has online, no one would think this is a baby. I didn't think she was a baby. I had to keep looking. This is what she's advertising. And you mean to say that these men know that this is a 16-year-old child? Take a look at the pictures. And mind you, I covered her face. Even though I know these are public pictures on her website, she's a child. I would never show her face. Y'all got to go find her for yourself. I'm not even going to tell you her name. So this is the pictures. I just took a few of them. The picture of her and that guy is when he flew her out to Cali for the 2 days. That's them together. Doesn't look like she's in any danger. Doesn't look like she's in any, because mind you, he got her a round trip. So he sent her right back home. A round trip ticket and sent her right back home. She didn't say anything about the grape until almost 2 weeks later, after being blocked on social media. That is when she had a lot to say. But if y'all look at her pictures, look what she wore to the Drake concert. Look what she wore. That's that outfit y'all see her on that little thing with the OVO in the background. That's what she wore to a Drake concert. This is a child, guys. You don't see little kids dressed like this online. I see this on Instagram by these women that's trying to get in. That's OnlyFans. Y'all can't tell me that these pictures are all acceptable, y'all. If you're telling me that all these pictures are kid friendly, then my bad. My mess up. Ain't none of this shit kid friendly to me. This is you making a man think that you are available, that you're grown. She can easily pass for a 19, 20-year-old. Easily. Because this is how they look online right now. The right wig, the right angle, you don't know what you're dealing with until you go home and the dust settles and they tell you, hey, I was only 16. And now you feel like, what the fuck? So yeah, I can see why he would block her. You lied to me. But unfortunately, if it was grape, you have to report it when it happens in order for them to do a kit where it's fresh and they can take your tissues and analyze it. They can't do that 2 weeks later because you could have had sex again. And her and her friend, they do the same stuff. Her friend dresses the same way. They're both disgusting. I reported a lot of their content, and you can call me a snitch, but some of the content I saw, it would make a grown man think that these are experienced women. That's all I can say to y'all on that one. I found a bunch of TikToks on these people. They got more than one TikTok. I was investigating, y'all, and everything I got, I sent to the FBI. I'm not playing anymore. I don't care if her dad and mom get arrested. I don't give a fuck. As long as she's okay and she has a future. That's all I care about. Her life is all I care about. I don't care about her parents. Y'all should have been watching. How can you not watch her? How? When you guys know that you have a cute young lady that's developing, you have to protect them. Some of them know, but because you're not putting any boundaries in place, they want to test it. They want to keep doing all this bad stuff online until you tell them it's wrong. And then it'll be too late. What if when she went out there, she said, you know what? I'm telling that you raped me. And then he ended her life right there in Cali. And she lives all the way on the East Coast. Her parents probably wouldn't even checked in on her. But at least you know that there is somebody out there that's up sometimes late and watching and waiting. And that they'll call the police. See, people love to say, she calls the police for no reason. I don't care what you say about me. I've been doing it this way for years. What the fuck are you doing? To anybody that questions what I'm doing, what are you doing for the community? How many kids have you saved? None. Just sharing a missing kid ain't shit. I've seen missing kid pages and I've seen people recycle those missing kid posters. All you're doing is sharing it, but you're not out there looking. You're not out there making calls. I'm out there making calls. If I got to run information to make sure a kid is safe, I'm going to do that. And I don't care if I get in trouble. As long as that kid has a chance at life. That's all I care about. Let me find the other video. I'm going to show you another one. So as you can see, in Boston, the age of consent, 16 years old for women, 18 years old for men. Ain't that crazy? Then she tells people she's not even a minor, but she is a minor. There's the tickets that he booked from United. There she was at the Lil Wayne concert. Look how close she was. He hooked her up, didn't he? There she is with him. Y'all just saw that picture. There she is in a bathroom. Look what she's wearing. Look what she is wearing. That's a child. That is a child, you guys. Look what she's wearing. You don't think that's a 16-year-old child? Look at her. This is what she's posting to these men, and they are oblivious that this is a baby. Look at her. Look what she's wearing. How many 16-year-olds do you see dressed like this? I wanted y'all to see these pictures up close. Look what she's wearing. I would be in jail. I would be in jail. Everybody's going down that looks at my daughter. Look at her. Nobody's assuming that, you know what, that could be a baby. Let me not touch her. And then that's her in the bed with the dude. Bro, he won't leave. That's him in the bed, y'all. You see, men don't like when you take their pictures like that in bed. Mind you, he flew you out to him. And now you're saying he won't leave. He paid for the room, honey bumps. You could have told him, hey, I want to leave early. But you wanted to be a city girl. You were front row at the Lil Wayne concert. He took care of you thinking you were an adult. So I can see why he would be upset. He even posted her on his Instagram story, guys. And she was sharing that on Twitter. See, he was obsessed with me. No, he wasn't. He thought you were just a regular woman that looked good. He hit, and he's excited. He's posted one of the new women that he pumped and dumped. These young girls don't know the outcome of messing with someone in the industry. They only keep you around for a temporary time until the next pretty girl comes about. And then you are dumped, and the new one is a pump. That's how they do it. They keep it moving. You have to bring more than looks. An adult woman would know that. But a kid like her thinks that my looks are enough. And I know a lot of people don't care. Of course you don't care. Because it isn't your child, right? But you don't even know what your child is doing 24/7. Some of these girls will make you think they're going to school. They know how to play the game, and they know how to hide it underneath you because you're not checking. I told a mother last month, do you know what your daughter does when you're not around? I know everything. I said, do me a favor. Take a half day of work one day and show up at your daughter's school. Just show up. Hey, baby. Just wanted to say hi. When she showed up, she didn't even recognize her daughter because her daughter looked like she was 30 years old. Daphne, oh my gosh, I yanked her by her wig. It came off. I embarrassed her. Now she isn't talking to me. But guess what? You were right. She was dressed like a hooker. Let me tell y'all, at school, it's not like it was when we went. We had a dress code. If your skirt was shorter than your birdie, when you put your birdie finger, when you put your hands down by your side, they sent your ass home or they gave you something from the gym class. That's what they did. Nowadays, you see these people at prom wearing see-through dresses, and y'all think that these are 30-year-olds and they're only teenagers. I see it every day. Even though I know the world is evolving, as parents, you guys have to do better with what you're doing at home. Clearly, you're not raising your kids right. You can talk about me not having them, but it's your kids who reach out to me. It's your kids who I have to protect because you're not protecting them. And I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care what anyone says about me. When I call law enforcement, it's for some real shit. When that woman said a week and a half ago, my life was in danger and I'm really scared, in order for an officer to do a wellness check is 100% legal. It's not illegal, it's legal. And when they're doing a wellness check, they're not coming to arrest you. They're coming to check on your well-being. That's why it's called a wellness check. So If a cop deems that they have enough probable cause, they will go and do the well-being check. They can even break into your place without your consent if they feel like you're in danger. And it's 100% legal. So when I told the officer that this woman online was saying she's in danger, I directed them to the post. They read about 4 or 5 of the threats and bam. Okay, Miss Sutton, we're going to go do the check and we'll call you back. That's what they said. They could have said, oh, Miss Sutton, this looks like a joke because her page says that she's a writer. So this could be a joke. But you know what they said? We get caught on these a lot. And it saddens us when we get caught on them. And then we see someone laying there with their throat slit or laying there and there's a hole in their head. So we're hoping that this is a good outcome. And it was. It was a lie. She lied about being in danger. They were happy that she wasn't in danger, but sad that this is what she has to do to get attention. Y'all feel what I'm saying? These young ladies have been raised by these 70s babies who don't know how to be mothers. They failed. They're pathetic. And they hate you for calling out their skills as a parent. They suck. My dad raised 3 girls. None of us got pregnant. None of us was getting flued out. None of us was out there sucking D in the bathroom. None of us. And we were raised by my dad. 3 teenagers and a boy. And you mean to tell me that 2 parents can't do the job for 1 kid? Come on, guys. Come on, y'all. I want to bring you guys back because when I saw that woman's post, it brought me back to 2022. In 2022, I told you guys about that girl in Florida, Hollywood, Florida. I believe it's Hollywood, Florida. She went on Facebook and told everybody she was great. Let me show you. There it is right there. I want you guys to look at this picture. In this picture, she says, I was asked to have sex more than 20 times in a row by the same man. I kept saying no, and he said he's not leaving my house until he gets some. I want y'all to close your eyes and listen to this. I kept saying no when I said okay, when he wouldn't stop asking. When I took my clothes off and opened my legs, he said, is this grape? And I said, yes, it is, because I don't want to have sex with you. And I keep telling you no. But that didn't stop nothing because he still just effed me no matter how silently I laid there, not moving while he had sex with me. I literally cannot stop crying right now. I'm so tired of being on this earth. When she made that post, it went viral. As you can see, she had almost 19,000 shares on that post. I literally pictured her laying on a bed while this dangerous individual took advantage of her innocence. It angered me. And guys, this was 2 years ago today. People tagged me on this post and said, Queen, do work. Find the guy. Okay. But then I read it 15, 16 times. And I said, okay, so the man took advantage of you and you were able to post it on Facebook. How? How did he allow you to still have your phone to post on Facebook? But guys, it didn't stop there. Then the next day, she said on Facebook, I want revenge and I won't feel better until I get it. Okay, I made a call to the police in Florida. I spoke to a special detective and I told him about the case. I gave them her address. I gave them her phone number. I gave them her email. I gave them the place where she worked. I did a full, thorough docs on this woman because I didn't want her trying to get revenge on someone when she should have went to the police. So he says, okay, Miss Sutton, we will go and do a check. We'll check these addresses. First address was her mom. He turned on the body cam. Hey, your daughter made a post online saying that she was great. What? Yeah, he directed her to that post. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry you had to come all the way out here. My daughter lies like that for attention. The officer said, what? That's something serious. You don't lie about that because the real victims in the comments, they felt that. They felt every word she said. And these were real victims. They felt like she was really great by this man. Why would that come out of her mouth? Why aren't you putting a piece of tape over her mouth? Prevent her from lying. Teach her that this is not right. You don't even got to go to her house. Yeah, she lied. She lies like this a lot to get attention and, kids being kids. No, she's not a kid. She was like 21 years old. And the officer said, well, unfortunately, you don't get to tell me that I can't go to her house. We still have to go and check on her and make sure she's okay. So they went to her house. And as soon as they arrived, she told them to get the F off her property. I didn't call you. Why are you here? She started to cuss the detective out, y'all. And guess what? He had to leave. He had to leave. That's the law. If she didn't call y'all can't just show up saying you want to solve a case. I didn't report it. I just reported it to Facebook so I can get those likes and shares, right? And go viral overnight. So when she kicked him off the property, he then reached out to me and said, Miss Sutton, and I would have played that audio. I was going to play it tonight. But 2 years ago when I posted it, I almost lost all my accounts. They were so mad that I had the receipts. And I feel like if I do it, my haters will find out who this person is, and I'm going to lose all my accounts. So I'm not even going to go there because I know that's what they're doing. So so what happened was he told me, hey, the mom said she plays like this a lot, and then for attention. And then when we went to her house, she literally kicked us off her property. There's nothing we could do, Miss Sutton, if she's refusing to put it down on police report. We can't do nothing. So I would just say that her story isn't true, according to mom. So I said, oh, okay. So guess what? Mom found out that I was the one who sent them to her house and her daughter's house. She inboxed me and said, you are nothing but an old predator bitch. Leave my daughter the fuck alone. What kind of grown-ass woman stalks a kid? Now, mind you, I think she was like 21 at the time. Find something better to do with your time, bitch, or we're going to sue you. I said, please, sue me. Sue me. That sounds better. Bet. We suing the shit out of you, ho. I hope you made enough money. And I gave it a thumbs up. But a lawsuit never happened. Instead, the detective told me, if you need the body cam footage, I got you. He said, everything you did was not illegal. You did what people are supposed to do, what people are not doing enough. And they just got caught in a lie, and mom feels bad because her parenting skills did not do well. Because if your daughter has to lie about being great, what are you teaching her? How did you teach her? And to know why, to say to a cop, she lies like that a lot. Like it's a joke. It isn't a joke. It's, to me, it's dangerous. Because the guy that they thought did it was her ex, who actually has a daughter. So when I went to his Facebook and I saw on site, bullseyes, the little green gun emoji, I knew. And I had to let the police know to check on him too. He was fine. And then when I released the truth, she blocked me, called me ugly, called me old, you're weird. I get all that. I'm used to those names. Thank you for those names. I love them because it only happens when you're exposed. I've turned the light on them, and the roaches, they scatter. That's what they do. When you turn the light on these women, they start scrambling. They're looking for, what am I going to do? What am I going to do next? Okay, let's say that Daphne's crazy. Let's say that Daphne stalks kids. Let's say she threatens kids' books. This is the year where I heard 3 different people say I threaten kids. A kid's book, someone else's kid personally, and someone's youth program. And none of them had a receipt to back that up. But because they're saying it, people that know me know I would never do that. I protect kids. So to say that I'm doing that and I worked for the state and I don't have a history of ever doing that in my life, that's how dangerous these people put my life in. Because when you say that somebody's threatening children, something clicks in their brain like she has to go. So when you got people spreading that online and then they're sending them my information, it's open season for me. It's duck hunt. And I got to be on my P's and Q's. It's sad, guys, how much these individuals will go to make sure that I'm not here anymore. I never seen it like this. But unfortunately, guys, that's what happens. And I'm not going to stop. So anyways, back to the story, guys. So after that happened, I want to remind y'all. So she said She said that she was great. The next day, she said she wanted revenge. Now, 7 days went by. I want to remind you, she went from I was great to the next day saying I want revenge. 7 days went by. And this sexual assault victim then says this on Facebook. I'm officially not single anymore. I got back together with the love of my life and I couldn't be more happier. So from the time that she was great to getting back with the love of her life, 7 days. How many victims do you see move that fast? That reminded me of Kobe Bryant's accuser. She said she was great by Kobe, but had 4 traces of semen in her panties within a 24-hour period. She was a hoe. And no one wanted to call her out on that. She was a high-priced hoe. That's what she was. No one wanted, and Kobe settled, so that means he's guilty. No, Kobe was an NBA player who didn't have time to be in and out of court. He needed to be on the basketball court, not in court. Y'all feel what I'm saying? They got the courts mixed up. When you're a high-profile athlete at that time, you don't have time to be going to court cases. He settled because she sued him. And when you sue somebody for money, you pay them so you can just move on with your life. But Kobe was never charged for rape. And the truth is, her panties held a different story. She was a hoe. But no one wants to call her that because she's a woman and she's a victim. No, she's not. She's a lying hyena. We gotta call it out. And we gotta make it sound ugly because that's what it is. So anyways, now she's in a relationship. Then the next day she says, I just cooked for my man and it came out good. OMG. Bringing my man a plate in the bed is literally the best feeling ever. So in 7 days after being great, you fell in love and now you're cooking food. I never seen a victim move that fast in my life. So then people knew, okay, Daphne was right. Then I had people apologizing. Daphne, we're so sorry. Yeah, Daphne, we didn't mean to post your mother. Hey, Daphne, we didn't mean to post information about you. Hey, Daphne, we're sorry. I got a lot of sorries. You were right the whole time. We're sorry. We reported your post too. It was some of us. I never gotten that many sorries before. I got more sorries then than I did on the Rhoda case. Those women were like, you were right. The woman is in love now. Because mind you, she blocked me. She's in love now. 7 days later. Whoa. I knew she was lying. And that's why I will never believe all women. I use Caroline Bryant for a reason. Somebody said in my chat, I don't know why you're using Caroline Bryant. That was a racial issue. I wanted you to know the origin. She lied. This ain't about race. I want you to understand that the woman said it happened and they believed it happened and they killed a kid over it. I wasn't talking about race. But while we're on the topic of race, today's Caroline Bryants, they wear wigs with the baby hair. Full lips. They're just darker and tan. That's all. They're black women. Caroline Bryant's today, they just look different, but it's the same outcome. You go online and you say that you were great by a black man. What are people going to do? Attack the black man. They were on this man's page going crazy. That's why he changed the limitations of his page. So you just can't comment on there. Women are quick to attack because they heard one side of a story. That is a dangerous game. That's what they did to Emmett Till. They heard one side and they murdered him. Then when she was about to die, when she was about to see the upper room, all of a sudden, she was lying and still didn't get held accountable for it. Had a whole warrant for her arrest, but because she was old and wrinkly and one sneeze from the upper room, they didn't want to arrest her. I would have still arrested her. I wanted her to die in the cell. Arrest her, make her watch documentaries on Emmett Till for the rest of her life. That would have been a great accountability lesson right there. But these modern day Caroline Bryants are dangerous because they're young. Some of them are kids. But don't get it twisted, y'all. These teenagers are very, very smart. I just wish that they knew that they have a bigger purpose in life. This young lady could be doing hair. She's really good at hair. I saw that part of her too. But she probably ruined that with this lie. You could be doing hair for the stars. But instead, you're over here lying. Now, something else I want to tell y'all. Now, remember I just told you about the woman who said she was great. 7 days later, she fell in love. It didn't start there. She lied years later. She was like, no, I'm sorry. She lied 3 years before. She was like Rhoda. Remember, Rhoda lied in 2023, but she lied again prior to that in 2020 and thought she could do the same tactic and got caught the second time by who? The queen of accountability. So I want to show you the original Rhoda. I just told you guys how she lied about sexual assault and blamed a black man. Before that, she told Facebook this story. Y'all see the date? Yesterday. Now listen to this dumbass story, because this went viral too. It went viral. Yesterday, me and my cousin was shopping, and we left and drove off and saw a Hispanic baby walking by himself. He looked like 3. Then it looked like he was going to cross the street, so we turned around. Then it looked like a black man in a white van was calling him to the car. Y'all heard what I just said. It looked like a black man in a white van was calling him to the car. A 3-year-old Hispanic baby, right? Okay. So I told my cousin, hurry up and get to him. Then the man left. I picked him up and walked around for a while trying to ask him to take me to his parents. A 3-year-old, guys. Okay. She said, we found his dad in some apartments across the street, and he said the baby just walked out of the house. I don't know what happened, but people need to take care of their kids. That baby could have gotten killed by oncoming traffic or kidnapped by the white van. Luckily, God is good. That is the story that woman told in 2019, 3 years prior to the fake sexual assault story. That's where it started. She was the original Rhoda. It's funny how I got them the same way 3 years later, right? Their second lie is what I caught them on. Ain't no way in hell baby Jesus told you where the fuck he lived at 3 years old. Y'all, come on now. You mean to tell me that this baby told her, I live in these apartments across the street. There's my dad right there. There he is. That people believe that you're a hero. Oh my gosh. You and your cousin need a gold medal. Oh my good. Now listen, guys, how they only see the baby? They're the only ones that saw baby Jesus. But everybody believed this story. I didn't believe the story. I knew it was cap. Ain't no way that baby told you where he lived. Most babies at 3 don't be yep, I live right there, Bonquisha. Right there. There's my papa. No, she lied. But these gullible women, what's your cash app, honey? You are amazing. That's how dumb a lot of these black women are. They don't analyze anything. It sounds real, so it is real. No, it isn't. She didn't save no damn baby. That would have been on the news. They would have said, oh my gosh, gracias. They would have went crazy. I'm calling the news. Stay here, please, stay. Have me nudo. You know, they would have been all over. You just saved their kid. Come on, guys. Really? Why weren't the parents out looking for the kid if he just walked off? So again, guys, that's why I be coming at these women. Because they lie about little stuff. And it starts there. Then the little stuff turns into sexual assault. And if you don't nip it in the butt early, it's going to become a problem. And then when I call it out, I'm a narcissist. I'm abusing the police resources. Guys, it's crazy how these women can't accept accountability, y'all. It's crazy how much they want to accuse me of being the bad guy. I would hope for someone to protect my kids if I had them. And they were online and I'm not seeing their every move, but you guys see it and you call it out. That's how we grow. Back in the day, they called it taking a village to raise a kid. Y'all know back in the day, if you did something bad and neighbor saw it, oh, okay, don't worry. Sometimes the neighbor had free reign to whoop your butt. And then when your parents got home, you got another whooping. It took a village. Everybody was watching. You know what? I saw your kid leave for school and they had on a little mini skirt. Oh, you did? See, my dad was the type of person that would say, okay, I'm going to call off work the next day and see what my kids are doing. My dad did that to us several times. He would act like he's going to work, park his car on the side of the neighbor's house. Sometimes the neighbor would let him park his car in the garage, I'm sure, because we knew what his car looked like. And he would just walk all the way around and go through his window, go through our backyard and go through his window that he left unlocked, go into his room. The door always stayed locked. So if you went into his room, you knew you was in trouble. He'd say, don't go in my room. My dad would sit in that room and listen. We never left the house. We never let anybody in the house. We were just loud. We would open up cabinets and slam them. I might have said, fuck this. I might have said a couple things I shouldn't have said. But my dad knew where we were in that house. And then when everything settled down, he'll pull up Pearl Harbor, come out of his room. What are y'all doing? Have us all seeing a ghost. The fuck? You know, as kids, you didn't say the fuck, but damn, you was in the room the whole time? My dad would wait for us to get real tired. All the loudness will come right to a cease. That's when he'll make his move. Pearl Harbor. But it wasn't nothing bad because we were just being kids. But we never disobeyed him. Nobody came in that house. Nobody left that house. My dad had discipline in that house. And he didn't even need to be there. Bring that back. But see, it takes a village. And you got to have two parents in the household. Women, y'all can't do it alone. Because you guys are failing your daughters. You can't do it alone. You're failing. Let's not forget all the people who lied before us. When they say believe all women, y'all believed a lot of women. And they lied. Meg the Stallion, did you sleep with Tory Lanez? No. She lied. Rhoda, I've never in my life. She lied. Carly Russell. Yeah, I saw a baby on the freeway. I took my wig off and I threw it to the wind. And then I went into the bushes and there was a guy with orange hair and yellow teeth. Her story was crazy. She lied. Amber Heard. And he abused me and he made me feel like scum. She lied. Jada Pinkett. No, I'm a good woman. I would never cheat on Will. She lied. These women will lie and cry and make these ugly faces and still lie. This is where a lot of your kids are getting their lies from. I want to be the next Rhoda. Okay, so I'm going to say a guy hit me with a stack of Bibles and hit me so hard that I saw the Holy Ghost. These women, they get their lies from other women because no one's holding these women accountable. These young ladies are on TikTok. Okay, so if I cry, I can get my way. Okay, cool. Oh, so I can go to the gym and accuse a man for looking at me and go viral? Cool. That's how they're learning. That's why they're trying to get rid of TikTok right now. Next, it'll probably be Twitter. Next, it'll probably be Facebook. How would these kids survive without social media? It'd be like the stock market crash, right? You're going to see a lot of people giving up on life because they can't lie online anymore. Y'all remember this? This woman said, to be honest, I think Black women should start falsely accusing Black men of sexual assault, rape. It works for white women and they get a pretty penny from it. If Black women can't get this coin through marriage, then we might as well get it through the courts. A Black woman said this years ago. So why do you think kids are lying today? Why do you think they're lying about sexual assault on Black men today? Because they can get coins. If I say that somebody from Dirk's camp did it, they're going to give me hush money. And I'm a child. Let me tell you, in Chicago, you got these knuckleheads that are breaking into cars. They don't have grown men do it. No. They have kids do it. 15, 14, 13. Because they know when they get caught, they're not going to get a hard time. They're going to get a slap on the wrist. Let's call your mama and daddy. Right? And then they get to go out and steal some more cars. It's the same thing for these young ladies. If I lie about sexual assault, I am a child. So I know they're not going to hold me to the level of being a woman yet. So I know these men are going to probably pay me off. That's how I get the quick coin. Cash at me $3,000 and we good. These young girls know how to do that, you guys. Unfortunately, they know how to do it. They're learning it from people like this online, telling them to do it. Keep falsely accusing Black men. That's how you got to do it. And you'll get paid. But they never tell you that there comes consequences with that too. If you accuse the wrong one, you might not live to pay that money, but at least it'll cover your funeral. Y'all hear what I'm saying? They're not telling these young girls the consequences. They're telling them about the reward. Girl, you can get that Beyonce wig. Girl, you can go see Beyonce and Meg the Stallion in concert. Yes, bitch. But they're not telling them. You might also see Jesus too on the way. Y'all feel what I'm saying? They're not telling these girls what they need to hear. the ugly side of lying. Because a lot of these men, they don't take that as a joke. Oh, okay, you lied about your age. Okay, don't do that anymore, okay, Bonquisha? Don't do that no more, okay? I'm going to have to block you because what you did isn't right, okay? You have a blessed evening. No, they're not blocking them like that. They're angry. And because it's a kid, they have to remember it's a kid. But if she was a whole adult, it could have ended differently. Nobody thinks like that, guys. This man said that in 2013, he was falsely accused of rape. My life was under a microscope for months. Everything had to change for me literally overnight. I lost it all. Depression hit, lost friends, and could have lost my freedom. To even suggest this, joking or not, you should be ashamed. This was to that woman saying that women should falsely accuse black men of rape. He said it happened to him and his life was never the same. Let me remind you, ladies, when a man is accused, his life will never be the same. I don't care how much people say online it was fake. You're going to still have a bunch of people saying it was real. That man will never be able to live a normal life. And they protect the women by calling them Jane Doe. They would never call them Bonquisha Smith because they don't want Bonquisha Smith to get the hate that the man has gotten during the time of the allegation. How many men serve 30 years in prison for being accused of rape? And then the truth comes out. They say, oh, we're sorry, Clarence. We're sorry for taking 30 years of your life. Here's $10,000 a year, full food stamps, health care, and I'm sorry. But Jane Doe got to live her life during that whole time, free and without any repercussion. And they're not going to lock her up. No, they're not going to lock up a woman. She's the giver of life. Why would we lock her up for lying on this man and taking 30 years of his life? We can't do that. Men are never going to be judged the same way. If a man was to groom a 13-year-old and get her pregnant, he'll be given 99 years in jail plus 100. 99 years in prison plus 100 years. That's what he'll get. But if a woman grooms a 13-year-old boy and he gets her pregnant, she'll get 6 months in jail, 5 months probation, because she's the giver of life. A judge told a woman who was having sex with her teacher. A judge told a woman who was having sex with her student from 12 years old to 14 years old. He got her pregnant. The judge told her he was giving her a year in jail, not in prison. There is a difference between prison and jail. Prison is where you're making license plates. Jail is where you have more freedom. He told her, before you surrender and do your year in jail, I want you to spend a few months with your newborn baby. So the baby does not, want for anything. Spend some time bonding with your baby that you had with that 14-year-old baby. Then you could turn yourself in. I've never heard of a man getting that. We know you got that 13-year-old girl pregnant. We want you to be a father for a few months before you turn yourself in to Cell Block D. You see how it's different for men than it is for women? Women still get rewarded even when they lie. We know that you sexually assaulted your student for 2 years and he got you pregnant, but you're still the giver of life. So we want you to bond with your baby and your baby, both your babies. And then you could turn yourself in and do a year, and then you'll be right back like you never left, okay? Okay. That'll never happen for a man. And that's why women are going to continue to do what they do. But I'm wrong, right? Look at this video. This woman posted this on her TikTok. When he said no, now you got to drug him. You got to put something in his drink to make him say yes. This is what women are encouraging. And again, what's the race of this woman? Daphne, you hate black women. Well, this isn't Becky. This isn't Amber. This isn't Caitlyn. This is Bonquisha. Dehydrated wig, sticking out her tongue with the bird lashes. When he says no, and you got to put something in his drink to make him say yes. That's sexual assault. Let a man put this on Twitter. I dare a man to put this same thing on Twitter. When she says no, but you got to put something in her drink to make her say yes. He'll be off Twitter and he'll be in jail. But women get to do this and get away with it every day. Every day. Imagine finding out that this person works for kids. Don't call her a job. She's the giver of life. She didn't mean this. She's just playing about drugging a man. Let it go, Daphne. Why are you always in people's business, Daphne? She's just playing around. She's just trying to get a TikTok check. That's how women talk to me every day. Daphne, come on now. Daphne, let this woman lie online. Let this woman make up a story. Let her get her money. Okay, you're right. You're right. Let me let her lie about sexual assault on men. You're right. But if a man did this, it'd be over for him. He wouldn't have TikTok no more. I reported this video on TikTok. Do y'all think he came down? No, it didn't. But let a man say that, it'll come down before it goes up. Before he hit post, it'll come down. It's never going to be the same. We know that, right? It's never going to be even. This woman told me that I was a predator. It's one thing to say that I'm a narcissist. It's one thing to say that I'm annoying to you. I'm in everybody's business. But it's another thing to say that I'm a child predator. I've been called that by women, I would say at least 10 times in my career. And each time I was called that, it hurt. I'm human. So I can honestly be honest, it hurt because a Black woman hates me that bad that she will say that I would do something to kids. You can insult my looks. You can say that I am a narcissist, but calling me a child molester, that hits home. Because when I worked for the state, I was preventing kids from going through that in their life. I was making sure that their stories were accurate. Because a lot of those stories where they were telling us that they were molested, they were false. And if I never said one more interview with the cop and not the parent, that dad would have went away forever. If I didn't do my due diligence to ensure they weren't being coached. Let me tell you, these mothers know how to coach their kids to say these things. And then they grow up learning how to lie because they learned in the household how to lie. They learned in their household how to lie. And then when they get older, they become better at it. Then they can say a story about being drugged and being molested. And other women will sit there and say, what is your Cash App? Not me. I say, what's his side of the story? Because you're on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you're saying it because you want people to generate a discussion with you. Otherwise, they wouldn't post it on Twitter. So I think it's funny how women will sit there and say, you're harassing me on a public forum. That's not how harassment works. You want it to go viral. Now that you've gone viral, when people start to pick at your lies, now it's harassment. That's what I learned about Black women. If a Black woman says, my baby daddy hit me, and I say, I figured you'll say that, your baby daddy's in a whole nother state. They'll block me. 2 minutes later, to be old and miserable harassing me, that is so weird. Like, who said you can come on my page? See, when women get called out, they try to flip the script and play victim. They're good at that. Now Daphne is the villain. Even though I lied about something very dangerous, Daphne is wrong for that. So we have to take Daphne down. Y'all remember that story in the Dominican Republic? Those 2 women said they were raped by the guy that worked there. They haven't updated this story in months. They said that the guy drugged them when they had a coconut drink. They woke up, clothes was disheveled, and they were raped. The story didn't match the footage. And when they called them out on how their story did not align with the footage, then it was like, somebody's lying. We haven't heard an update from this story since February. Usually that's because it's a lie. No one's been arrested. I Googled this to see if there was any update. The only update that came from this story is that somebody was lying. Bahamas resort where 2 moms say they were drugged and raped by staffers claims that their surveillance did not correlate with what they told the cops. So if I tell somebody they threatened me and they harassed me for 9 years and I only show the one post, that ain't adding up. I need to see 9 years worth. So if you're saying this person did all this stuff, but the camera's saying he wasn't even in the vicinity, somebody lying. And it ain't the camera. Y'all feel what I'm saying? We haven't even heard an update of this story because they lied. These women went out there trying to make $1. Let's lie while we go on our cruise. Some of these women get together in these groups and they talk about how they're going to lie to make a coin. And they need all these women to be on the same page. This is how they correlate the group against me. I think it's sad how I can't even enjoy calling out BS publicly because I know someone's going to go behind my back and say, hey, I saw what the Queen of Accountability said to you online. How dare she? I know I hate that bitch. Well, you know what? We don't like her either. Would you like to join our team? Okay, here's the link to StreamYard so we can show you what we got so far so we're all on the same page. Because we got to make this look like she is the origin. I'm one person, y'all. I don't need an army. I don't need an army to help me against people that hate me. But when I get their followers in my inbox telling me they talk about you all the time, but when I go to your social media, I don't see you talking about them. Why, Daphne? You're the Queen of Accountability. Why not just call them out? Why not just post the order that you've had for almost 6 months? Embarrass this person. They'll lose it all because court orders can be a lie. You have a case number. They can verify it. Get this person back. Nah, I don't need to. They're already struggling. All the stuff they try to do to break me and their page is still dry as hell. It didn't work. But if you look at my page, I'm constantly growing. And the sad part is I was willing to forgive a lot of these people for what they did to me. I still forgive them. I was going to forgive them and say, hey, let's do a show and let's hash it out. Nah, I'm good because what they do is not what I do. I don't just post missing kids and post, subliminals. I'm out there doing God's work. You don't have to like what I do. I don't care. But just know that eventually people are going to get tired of your shit. One thing I learned is if you keep on beating a dead horse, you're going to tire out. The horse, it ain't going to happen. The horse is dead. But every day that you post about me, your likes continue to dwindle. 5 likes in 50 hours. 2 likes in 2 weeks. You're not getting that kind of attention. But you notice when you post something inspirational, you'll get some likes. Okay, now they're waking up. Then the next day, a narcissist will wake up in the morning, brush their teeth, and say, it's all about me today. If you're not a medical professional, you're talking to yourself, honey. Because let me tell you one thing about Daphne. I care about my Black people. I love them so much that I'll call them out on their behavior instead of looking the other way. When people said I snitched on Rhoda, I didn't snitch on her. I saved her life. How many of these scams do you think she would have gotten away with before somebody unalived her? How many? Olin wasn't about that life, but the next guy might be. How many scams do you think women have to do before someone says, okay, this is getting out of hand now? Women will defend the behavior tooth and nail. But if a guy went online and said he was assaulted by a woman because he wouldn't give up the dick, I can guarantee you that 90% of women would say, you a bald-faced lie. Stop the cap. You're not even cute. You ain't even got your hair. You're not even that tall. You look dusty. That's how women talk to male victims. Tell me I'm lying. Let a man come out and say, I've never in my life had a woman grab my thing and say, give up the dick. I said no. And then she hit me. And then she grabbed my stuff and squeezed it and then ran. Then say, bro, first of all, you a man, you strong. How you didn't overpower this woman? Bro, stop the cap. She didn't grab your nuts, bro. Come on. That's how they talk to male victims. But we're supposed to believe all women, right? I'm asking you guys today, if you see a story online that looks so believable, don't believe what they're saying. You can read it and analyze it, but don't fall victim to the emotional response of, oh my gosh, let me share it and bring away. Wait for the facts. It's okay to ask somebody, hey, did you call the police? Because I don't want to call for you and go behind you. Yes, I called. What did they say? Oh, they say, okay, so if they actually called the police would tell them not to post on Facebook. So some of y'all got to use your head. The police would never tell a sexual assault victim with the assailant still out there pumping and dumping, go ahead and post on Facebook and bring awareness while we look for the guy, okay? Okay, thank you. They would never say that. They would tell her, stay off social media until we find this loser, till we find this predator, until we find this piece of shit. Stay off social media for your protection. Yes, sir. They would never say, go ahead and bring awareness while we're looking for him. Because if somebody does do that to you and you tell social media and you post their picture, now you've activated that hate. Now the next person they see, they're going to take it out on them or come and finish the job with you. So why would you go to social media? TikTok will never save you. It will hurt you because you're allowing people to know the dynamics of what happened with you. And it allows us to ask you, where's the police report? Oh, I don't have to tell you about the police report. Just know I called the police. No, you didn't. If you called the police, you wouldn't be posted. Blocked? Oh, okay, now I'm blocked. I get blocked every time because they don't want to hear the truth, y'all. They can block me, but I'm still going to post it. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Please block me. But know that it is still going to get posted. And then you have people saying she harasses people. I don't never harass anyone. I hold them accountable for lying because I don't want to see them. I don't want to see anyone get hurt. But I know what an allegation can do to somebody. If anybody remembers the story of that guy that I posted a few years ago, he went to the party. The woman was following him throughout the party. She was interested in him. Matter of fact, I think I still have it. He's now getting married, but he went to the party and the woman was interested in him. He wasn't interested in her. And then she saw him going to the bathroom and pushed him into a room before he can get to the bathroom. And she tried to throw herself on him. He pushed her off and said, get off me. And when he turned on the lights, she started to scream. I could just imagine how that man felt. She was screaming that she was raped by him in that room. He said he immediately felt his soul leave because he didn't do it. It was her. But because he's a big guy and she's a little girl, of course, they're not going to believe him. So a bunch of guys started to whoop his ass. They were literally whooping his ass. And someone called 911. She's crying. Yes, he raped me. He raped me. It was him. It was him. He's bruised and battered. Cops got him handcuffed. The owner comes out and he's like, what the fuck is going on? This woman is saying that this man raped her. I didn't touch that woman. She pushed me into that room and threw herself on me. What room? He said the room before the bathroom. He said, I keep cameras in there. That's where I keep my safe. Oh, when he said that, the crying stopped. The crying stopped. Now we're getting to the meat and potatoes. The crying stopped. I wish I could have been there, y'all. I would have recorded it and said, gotcha, bitch. I would have been happy. I would have been happy. He said, I keep cameras in that room because that's where he gets his money. That's his office. So he keeps a camera in there. You know, when y'all have house parties, you keep cameras in certain areas because people get a little itchy. You feel me? They get itchy. So while he was handcuffed outside, the owner took one of the cops inside to watch and listen to the footage. Yeah. And when they came out, they said, uncuff him and arrest that bitch. Now, they didn't call her a bitch. I'm saying bitch. And arrest that bitch. They arrested her. But that man's life was forever changed. He didn't go to another house party for, I think he said like a year and a half. I don't remember the time. I got to go back and look. Because, guys, I help people so much I forget. I know that for a year, I can say at least a year, he didn't go out the house. I think he said his nephew had a party and he couldn't even leave the house to go to the party. He was traumatized on medication. This woman changed his life overnight. And it took him a long time to find love. And now he's getting married. He's getting married. But it wasn't easy. If that man didn't have any cameras in that office, that guy would have went to jail for something he didn't do. Do you see how hard it is for men to be men in this world, ladies? This is why you got to stop lying on them. If they truly assault you, speak up. And if you're afraid to go to the police, reach out to me. I'll be your mouthpiece. Tell me what happened, show me the evidence, and I will speak for you. But what you cannot do is get rejected and call it grape. You can't do that. That man could have gotten killed. Because if you hear a woman screaming, I was raped, another man's natural instinct is to attack. They could have killed that man. What if they had a pocket knife and they stabbed him? The cops wouldn't have been mad at that. They would have made up a story that he tried to attack them because he tried to leave, right? And he could have lost his life. So I understand why he was scared as hell to leave the house. Imagine getting your head stumped in by a few men who think you raped a woman and you didn't. She threw her fast ass on you. She changed that man's life. He didn't try to go for revenge. And people said, well, yeah, sue. He didn't have money like that to sue. Do you realize it costs money to sue someone? It ain't free. It's going to cost you at least 20 dehydrated wigs. It's a lot of money. A lot of men don't have a few thousand laying around. And a lawsuit can go on for years before you get any kind of justice. That's more money. So he said, I'll just go ahead and bite the bullet. The psychological scars will never leave him, though. But thank God I was able to coach him to help him at least leave the house again. No charge. See, a lot of things that I do for people, it's no charge because I really do care. I do. So when people speak about the bad things that I do, it's always when I help someone accountable. You never see them saying she called somebody's job because they called her a bitch. I would never do that. That's petty to me. You're calling me a name that you go by. So I get it. Because my name is Daphne. It ain't bitch. So I'm just assuming that's your name and you just wanted me to know it. Bitch. Oh, I didn't know that was your name. Nice to meet you, bitch. You have a great day. Because that ain't my name. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of these men go through a lot. And men, I want to drop some gems to you tonight because I was late to my show because I had to call a few people. I called one of my little friends who's helping me with the book, The 12 Scams of a Woman. She was a scammer. She was really good at scamming and lying. She even lied about grape and got paid for it. But she kept playing that game. This is the same thing I'm trying to tell you, ladies. She kept playing that game until the man pulled out a machete. And y'all know, one swing and your head comes off. The cartel was using those to off people. One swipe, poof, head, guts, everything. She lied to the wrong dude. She lied on the wrong dude. And he pulled that out. That's how she survived. She survived almost getting decapitated because she told him, I'm going to tell people that you raped me. And this was the last time she did that. I always tell the story because I asked her, what made you stop scamming? You were making hundreds and thousands, probably millions of dollars over the years when somebody almost cut off my head. That scared me. And she's a beautiful woman that doesn't have to scam. She could have been, a lot of these women that are scamming, they could be doing something that's legal. Model. Some of you guys know how to take pictures and angles. Keep your clothes on, but you can model. God gave you those features. You know, appreciate your features that God gave you. You don't have to lie and scam. Because it ain't going to be angles when you're dead. You're going to be in one angle on your back. That's it. Ain't going to be no, let me find my good angles. You are dead. I'm only trying to help y'all. So men, I want to tell y'all this. 50 Cent never got accused of sexual assault because he made them sign a document. He made sure, even if you got to record them on video, yes, I am 25 years old and I'm consenting to having sex with Dominique, whatever his name might be. Fellas, go the extra mile if you have to, because this can be this could be between life and death. Real talk. If they don't want to give you consent out loud, then you shouldn't be having sex with them. If they tell you that they are a certain age, verify before you meet them at a hotel. Verify. Their ID could be fake. Ask them a question. When did Friday come out? Friday. There you go. It's a 2000, baby. Be careful. Some of these 2005 and 6 babies don't know nothing about Friday. Who is Ezel? And what did he say when he fell in the store? Ezel, is that a book in the Bible? Too young for you. Fellas, y'all got to start using your brain because you've been using your dick lately, and that's why you're making these mistakes. Ask her questions that a person that age would know. If they don't know little stuff like that, then they're probably too young for you. You can't tell her, let me see your birth certificate. They're probably not going to show you that. They might not even show you their real social media. You're just going to see a bunch of pictures where they look like adults, right? So you got to go deeper. When you're having those conversations before you actually meet a young lady, ask her questions that you know will make her think. Back in the 90s, there was someone that said, don't stop, get it, don't stop. Who was that guy in Miami? I don't know. Puff Daddy, there you go. She's too young. Uncle Luke. So there's some things you have to ask these women to make sure they are of age. It's your job. They're going to lie. They're going to lie. Josh Giddey almost got caught up with this. But Josh Giddey was at an establishment for 21 and up. That little fast girl got in there with a fake ID. So when Josh Giddey hit it and quit it, made it to the NBA, now she's claiming he sexually assaulted me. The parents did not want to admit that they had a hoe for a child. She was a hoe. Your daughter got into this event where it was 21 and up. Why would a man question her? If you're at a 25 and older adult affair, why would a man say, yeah, I think you're 15. Stop lying. You're 15. No one's thinking that. And when you're sexually attracted to someone that you deem to be the age that they say they are, because they're at an event that says they are, you're not thinking twice. Then you wake up the next day and she's watching Blue's Clues. Now your heart is in your toe. Y'all see what I'm saying? You got to do the extra background. Even if you need my help, come to me and I'll help you. I don't want to see a lot of you men go down. But these young ladies are young. So when they get rejected, all they know is lying. Oh, so you're going to reject me? Okay, he sexually assaulted me. That's what they're going to say because you pumped and dumped. They don't know how to take rejection. Some of them never been rejected by a boy their age. So when someone that they want rejects them, it makes them feel less than. Now they got to lie to feel superior again. And they know how to lie because they look up to the Meg Thee Stallions, the Jada Pinkett's, Rhoda Osmond, Carly Russell. They look up to these women. Wow, they lie good. And they cried on national TV. And guess what? Carly Russell only got 2 slaps on the wrist. She's not serving no prison time. And she lied about being kidnapped. So if I'm lying about being drugged and sexually assaulted, I shouldn't get in trouble because I'm saying it as a kid. They said it as an adult. Okay, I'm good then. Yes, bitch. I got you. And I tell them that you came in distraught. Your wig was out of place. I got you. Guys, do the extra research. Before you meet a girl, before you meet a woman, please do your due diligence. What year did you graduate? What school did you go to? When you ask somebody questions, they can't fake being their age when they talk to you. They're always going to slip up and show you a little bit of their age. Is that SpongeBob I hear in the background? No, that wasn't SpongeBob. That was definitely SpongeBob. SpongeBob came out in the 2000s. So this person they could be young. Okay, that's a red flag for me. Where do you live? Like I said, fellas, y'all got to ask more questions. A lot of these people, they're not doing it. And y'all getting caught up. Don't ever fly a girl out to another state where you're at. Don't do that until you know for sure. Make her pay for something. That'll show you that she's on that grown woman time. A kid won't be able to pay for it. They're going to want you to pay for the whole trip. Nothing they're going to pay for. Most women that get flued out by these men, they at least pay for their bags. They pay for something. He gets a ticket in the hotel. You got to pay for something. But a child won't be able to do that. Well, let me ask my mom if she had your mom. Wait, how old are you again? Remember, I said I'm 21. Well, why would you ask your mom? You ain't on your grown woman shit? You're right. Me and my mom, we're just cool like that. She's like my sister. Oh, okay. You men believe anything. Oh, I get that. Y'all both like twins. I got you. No, that's a sign. You got to ask your mom. That sounds like some kid shit. A boss would be like, okay, I got you. I can pay for that. They're not going to tell you how. So I'm just saying, fellas, please don't fall victim to what this man is falling victim to. And I'm praying that they do the right thing. Like I said, I did reach out to Little Dirk, his personal Gmail. And it was his personal Gmail. So, and I sent him everything because it's in his camp. And Little Dirk has a lot to lose. Usually anyone affiliated with you, they're saying that you knew. You had to have known. How? This is your right-hand man, probably. So whether he knows or not, or knew or not, he knows now. And I didn't leave my name out. So I'm just saying, guys, I'm going to continue to do these efforts because I want to see our women do better. This young lady has a future. And I didn't even want to tell her this because I need her to speak to the police first. She needs therapy. Because when you lie about something like this and you think it's okay to be, flown out to a state that you're not familiar with because you want to see little Tunchi, no, it isn't worth your life. A lot of y'all women are sleeping around, or a lot of your kids are sleeping around in their teens, early teens. That's their innocence being taken. My dad raised me enough to be smart with my body. And I'm never ashamed to say I was 21, but I took my time. My dad taught me very well. Having a dad in the household is a big damn deal. He would never let me leave out of the house. Now, he didn't mind me leaving out the house looking like Baby D, wearing sweats and a big t-shirt. Oh, yeah. Have a good day at school, baby. Okay, Dad. But the day I came into myself and I'm like, oh, man, okay. My dad was still watching. I knew what I was allowed to wear and what I wasn't. And I never crossed that line. Never did. Never. My dad never needed to say, I'm taking this from you. You can't wear this. He's never taken my clothes when I was a kid. He taught me enough to know to make good decisions. He trusted me to make good decisions and I made them. My dad allowed me to get on a bus as a child, 13 years old, a 2-hour bus ride to go to the other side of town to see my grandmother. That was the trust my dad gave me. You can't give these kids the trust these days like that because they're not going to grandma's house. They're going to Tyrone's house. My dad knew where I was going to be. He knew the time. My dad was really good at time. Okay, so this bus arrives here, and then you should be at your grandma's house at 6:06 p.m. I get there 6:15, 6:20. It depends on how fast I walk. But he was accurate all the time. My dad knew. And if I wasn't there at that time, he was coming to look for me. Don't let him come look for you. He never had to. He never had to. But there was a time where I thought I was above my dad. I run me. My dad told me, do not cross over into the cornfield. The cornfield was so high, you can hide a body in there. But I'm not thinking that. I didn't want to go the long way to the store. I wanted to cut through the field so I can get there in less time. It was hot that day. I'm black and I'm hot. So I disobeyed my dad and I cut through and went through the cornfield. And on that particular day, when I was going through the cornfield, a man passed me on a bike. And I kept going through that cornfield. It was a long cornfield that led out into some apartments, and then bam, there's the store. I wanted to go that way instead of going all the way down and over, L shape. I didn't want to go L shape. I cut through. When I was walking through the field, I heard that bike drop. Now, this guy didn't know that I was a track star. He didn't know that I was an athlete. He didn't know that I knew how to run and not fall like in the movies. When that bike dropped, I stopped right there in my track. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up. I'm in a cornfield. There was one little trail that you can walk, but on each side, you got these high cornfields that were higher than me. Like I said, you can hide a body. No one should be going through there that's a kid. That's why my dad said, I want you out in the open so people can see you. You can scream, people can hear you. The cornfield, it would definitely mask your screams. So I disobeyed my dad. When that bike dropped and my hairs went up on my neck, something said, turn around. I turned around and dude went to grab for me. I ran my ass off. If I had a wig on at that age, which I didn't, the wig would have came off. I ran faster than Sha'Carri Richardson. I was gone. I ran and I didn't stop until I got to the store. And I told them to call 911. Someone tried to grab me. I still see his face right now. When I turned, we were definitely nose to nose. He just didn't know that my dad taught me how to run and how to fight. I've been a fighter. I came into the world fighting. My dad would have lost it fighting my body in that field. And sometimes I get mad at myself for not listening. That was the dumbest thing I did in my life was that. If I ever was disappointed in me, it was that day. So when my dad showed up, what did I tell you? He was mad, but I knew he wasn't mad. I knew he wasn't trying to hurt me. I knew he was just disappointed because he raised me to be smart. And that was a dumb decision I made. My dad was so scared. When I saw his face, I knew he was just scared. I thought I was going to get a whooping. He didn't whoop me, but he told me there's a reason why I told you not to cross that field because you don't know. And I didn't. That guy could have, if that guy didn't let the bike drop and he just put it into the cornfield and let the cornfield hold it up because the cornfield was thick, I would have never heard that bike drop. And y'all, he would have killed me. I know he would have got me. I would have been walking la 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 like Ezel on Friday, and he would have got me right there halfway in the field, killed me, and pushed me in that field. And they rarely cut that field. It's like seasonal. So ain't no telling how long I would have been in there, but I would have never made it home. So this is why you got to teach your kids not to do that. Now, I can honestly say after that, I never did that again to my dad. I thought he was never going to trust me again, but guess what? He trusted me again. He let me go to my grandmother's house. He let me go to the store, and I never repeated that mistake twice. I never did that again because my dad taught me. He told me not to do it, just like my husband. See, I didn't learn from that mistake. I got married. Don't go to the west side. I said, I'm going to be really fast in this store. I promise. In and out. I was in that store for about 35 minutes, but my husband taught me to be aware of my surroundings. I saw the car that was behind my car. I have a really nice SUV, dark tint, rims. I knew I had a nice vehicle, but my husband said, do not stop on the west side. And I didn't listen to him. Okay, I'll be all right. But when I came out of the Walgreens, it was dark as hell. It was dark. And that car was no longer on. They had the car off and there was two guys in the car. It was one guy in the car when I went in and the car was on. So I'm thinking his guy is in there somewhere too. Ain't no way he was in there longer than me. I mean, that I was in there longer than him. He should have been gone by now, but he wasn't. And when I came out of that store and I saw the car, the hairs went up. Something ain't right here. Is there a third guy in the store? Okay, let me go to my car. They were right behind mine. Easy access to taking my whip. Guys, I got in the car, looked in the rear view. Both of them guys got out in unison. As they were walking to on each side of my SUV, I turned the car on quick, and I was getting ready to slam on that gas. Everybody would have died that day. I'm taking we all going out. We all gonna see Jesus. Because I was ready. I had an SUV, so I knew I could take a lot of people out. So as soon as I was getting ready to press on that gas, a cop comes out to have a cigarette. I didn't even see the cop in the Walgreens. That's how focused I was on other stuff. I wasn't even paying attention. There was a cop in the Walgreens the whole time that cop was in that Walgreens. I didn't see him. I promise you I didn't see him. But he just came out to have a cigarette smoke. As soon as he came out, both those guys spun in unison and got right back in that car. They got right back in that car. And do you think I was just going to drive off knowing they was about to rob me? No. Nope. I actually spoke to the cop. Hey, small talk. They turned that car on and they left. And I waited. And I told him I just didn't feel safe with the car behind me. I talked to the cop for a little bit so some time can pass. And I had my husband on speed dial. Oh, he was mad. Don't come home. No, I'm coming home. I pay rent too. I'm coming home. But my husband was mad. So I'm just saying, guys, we have to learn how to teach our kids, and make sure that people understand why you're saying what you're saying. There's nothing good that comes out of line. That's all I wanted to say, guys. Because at the end of the day, I know people don't like what I do, but at least a lot of people know that their kids will be protected if I'm online. People don't look at it like in these groups, people second guess. And the whole time I've been catching people in groups, now they're putting me on timeout. When you put me on timeout, I leave the group automatically. You're not going to control me. But now they're starting to find other ways to keep me quiet. But one thing that a lot of these admins are telling me, people are second guessing before they post. They're making sure I'm not in the group. Even though I'm not in that particular group, it doesn't mean no one's going to send it to me. Some people feel like I need to send this to Daphne and see what she thinks about this. That makes me happy knowing that people are second guessing. Good. Because the lying, it has to stop. If y'all keep lying like this, nothing good will come from it. It's okay to go online and say, yeah, I was driving my Mercedes and I saw this guy. We went to the movies and we had a great conversation. Okay, we know you lying. We know you ain't got no Mercedes, but okay. But when you say that, oh yeah, I was having a conversation with this guy and he said that he was going to sexually assault me if I didn't sleep with him. He was going to take it. Now we're in dangerous waters. So I laid there and let him take it. So how did y'all go there and let him take it? He forced me to follow him in my car, and I followed him, and I followed his car. Listen to the stories people tell. When you tell them to break it down, it doesn't make sense. So you followed this man in your car to his house. Oh my goodness, like guys, the most educated my ass. That's the best lie you had? Same thing with Rhoda. So you got hit in front of all these men, and you the only one that was able to record. Nobody recorded it when it happened. We living in a world of social media. Somebody got to have another video. And then when you question someone, they call it you're victim blaming. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're getting to the bottom of a story that doesn't sound right. That's what they do in court. If you said somebody sexually assaulted you, they're going to hear both sides. You don't get to just say your side. So are they victim blaming when they let the other person that's being accused, when they let them speak? Is that them victim? No, it's called due process. Anything people say that happened is called an allegation. It's an allegation until it turns into a conviction. So when you hear these young ladies online telling stories that you know are not true, I saw a 3-year-old Hispanic baby and he said he directed me right to his apartments and pointed to his dad. That baby needs to be on Guinness Records. That's a super baby right there. I know at 3 I wasn't doing that. I live here, right there. That's where I live, y'all. But these women, oh my gosh, you are such a hero. And I'm sitting there like, these women are dead. It's the wigs. They're on too tight. Something is messing up there. How are we the most educated, but y'all believe anything online? Even in education, when we do papers, you're supposed to show your work. You can't just turn in a 10-page paper and say, I did that shit. That's an allegation until you put those references in there. Now you showed your work. If anybody's been to school for a master's, you already know, or a bachelor's, you know what it is. If we live by the code of just saying something happened and we believe it without showing our work, this would be a fucked up world. So there's a reason why they tell you to cite where you got your information from, because we want to verify that you're not lying. They do it in school every day. Anybody that's been to college, y'all know what it is. Without those references, this paper it's not real. You could have copied it anywhere. Why do they run these papers through databases now? So at the end of the day, if you're not showing your work on what you're saying happened, it's a lie. I hate to hear that you got sexually assaulted. I'm sorry that happened to you. What's the police report number? Because I want to call for you too. The more we call them and say, hey, this happened, or y'all doing something about it, let's put the fire on these cops. They need more than one call. Y'all saw what I did with Rhoda, but I was the only one calling. Everyone said all she did was make calls. Those calls led to them doing their job too, didn't it? Those calls led to them blocking me and me having to work with the head guy because I was on their asses. When I'm on you, I'm on you. When you tell me it's harassment, I'll back off. But if the head man ain't saying it's harassment, I am on you. Like a wig that's glued down, I am glued until you figure it out. And I found it funny how when the Rhoda case happened, even the female detective was tired of me because I was helping her do her own job. I said, well, I do have a bachelor's in criminal justice and an associate's in it. You know, I do have a little bit of criminal background, but they didn't want me doing their job better than them. She's a woman, I'm a woman. They get real emotional. So when she ghosted me, her boss became my right hand. He got my private number. I had his. He said, if anybody says they're tired of you calling, you let me know. When I got that blessing, when the charges, if and when those, y'all remember on Halloween, he told me, if and when those charges come down, you'll be the first to know. Who was the first one to release that information? So let people say what they want about me. I'm going to keep doing what I do because I care. And I'm going to keep doing a lot of stuff offline because I care. You don't always have to show people what you're doing online. I don't need the clout. I don't need the money. I've went viral thousands of times. My most shared text receipt is at 2-point-something million views. I just went back and looked at, shares. My most viewed video is at 9 million views. Imagine if I was getting a hot check, but I don't need it. If I wanted to make money on social media, I can ride this clout wave of Rhoda all day. I'm the reason. I don't have a shirt that says I'm the reason and in the back a big brick. No. People know how I get down, but you got a lot of pages that are dry and they assume that I'm jealous when I'm not. Those that have been following me for years, they know. The Shade Room was posting my text receipts back in 2016. I still have it. It got over like 963,000 likes. I keep receipts. I got 41,000 photos in my phone. I don't delete stuff because sometimes you got to remind people where you came from. I have mental health posts that are at 120,000 shares right now that I just made public to my Facebook to show people. I've been going viral. I just don't get paid for it. So I'm sorry that you care about making $5,000-6,000 a month. If that's how you want to live off of Facebook clout, great. But eventually those fake stories, people are going to get tired of them because they're not real. Why not go to school and write movie scripts? Join Tyler Perry. But when you're making up fake text receipts where you're in danger, to me, that's an illness, y'all. It's an illness. My efforts have not been, I didn't start these efforts right away. I've been doing it for years. Contacting the police when things are serious. I've even wrote affidavits and gave them to the police. The Philadelphia police sent me something that I had to fill out and send back to them to help another detective keep his job. Because a woman who lied about sexual assault said that the detective was feeding me information. But what she didn't know is that I recorded me and the detective's call. And he was very, very private. I gave him the information I saw online. And he just said we were recorded. The talking came from me. But this woman tried to get him fired because I caught her in a lie. And she didn't know I recorded the conversation. So I had the permission to share that audio to make sure that detective kept his job in Philly. And I could post that email saying, Daphne, thank you. Thank you. You could have easily, because I'm going to tell you, the detective wasn't black. He was white. The woman was black and I'm black. So typically, they say two black women can't wait to make sure a cop doesn't have his job. I wasn't going to do that. He wasn't wrong and he didn't feed me information. I fed it to him. I told him everything I saw and I gave him receipts. But she said that he told me that she went down to the precinct and said she was sexually assaulted and he fed that information to me. That wasn't true. I recorded it. So when I let his superior hear it, he said, I'm going to send you an affidavit saying on the record that was your recording. That's what went down. And he did not feed you any information. Not only did I say he was wonderful, I said, I love the fact that I can call the police and tell them, hey, can you look into this? And they actually do it. Because the narrative around Black women is that police don't care. They do care. They just don't care about liars. They care about actual victims. Because they don't want to see anybody lose their life because they're just joking, right? So when I signed that affidavit and said, this is a great cop, a great detective, I got an email saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I knew why he was saying it. He didn't have to say nothing else. That's all it said. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I still have it. I could have went on Facebook and said, see y'all, but y'all said I don't work with the cop. God, I don't care what people say. I know what it is. When you do good deeds like that, they come back. Full circle. I did that for him. And I'll do it again. I don't care about the race. I'm a diverse person. I don't care. They want me to only cater to Black people, but I cater to all races. So I just want to say to y'all tonight, I hope that you guys are checking your kids' backpacks. You're checking their closets. That is your house, your apartment, not theirs. When they say, stay out of my room, mom and dad, I figured you'll say that. I'll turn this whole room out and then make you clean it. Say that in a Black household, a thorough Black household. Say, stay out of my room, mom. You'll be sleeping in the backyard. There'll be a tent out there. There'll be a tent out there with a light bulb in there. There's your new room. I wish you would. That's a black household. A lot of these mothers, okay, I don't want to upset my daughter, so I don't want to go in her room. What? I'm going all up in that bitch. When she come home, it's going to look like a tornado hit through. I wanted to know I'm watching. When they know that you're watching, then they have to look over their shoulder. I don't know what they know. So I better be on my best behavior because I don't know what they know. I'm just saying, guys, please protect your kids. These young girls are going to live a very short life, lying like that on men. And they're actually having sex with these grown men. And to us, it is sexual assault. But unfortunately, the law says at 16, 15, sometimes 17, they can consent to having sex with a grown adult. So if you're mad about her situation, please be mad about the Chief Keef's as well. Chief Keef was a kid. The mother of his child was 20-something years older than him. And at 17, he was paying her child support. Imagine a 17-year-old child paying child support to a 43-year-old woman. Y'all don't see that's really bad, guys. Imagine telling your friends, my baby daddy is only 17. What? And you're in your 40s, but no one's going to hold that woman accountable because she's the giver of life. We got to stop looking at women as the giver of life if they're doing something predatory. We have to hold them accountable. It ain't right. I'm going to treat women just like they would treat a man. So if you lie, I'm going to come after you. I'm going to make sure the police know you're lying. And then I'm going to give them their social medias so they can continue to monitor it because they don't need your password. They don't need to inbox you and say, hey, can you give us your password? No, they can get right on into that. So if y'all want to keep lying, go ahead and keep lying, but know you're being watched because you might lie about the wrong thing and that could be the last post you ever make. I'm just saying, guys, it really, really hurt my feelings. I only got like 2 hours of sleep. I didn't even sleep right. It bothered me because I said, this young lady here has a bright future. And if you're listening and you're mad at me for what I did, that's fine. Just know that anything you say, I'm watching. I thought Twitter took her page, but her page came back. And I know that my haters are probably going to reach out to this child and say, tell your mom and dad that you're being stalked and harassed. She does this a lot to people online. This is what my haters are saying to people. And then now I got to put a blur or cover up any names to protect my reputation. Because no matter what I post online, they're waiting to reach out to these people. I think it is very disgusting to know that I'm being stalked that bad. This is beyond fatal attraction. This is beyond obsessed. I didn't sleep with these people. I never had a friendship, like a true friendship. I was an acquaintance. They reached out to me. And now I'm suffering over it, trusting women. And if I can't trust women as a woman, I wouldn't expect a man to. But I do understand why men are getting passports. Because a lot of these women have a lot of time on their hands where they wake up. They set an alarm called Daphne. And when that alarm goes off, they wake up and they spread some more false stuff. So if you guys see some false things being spread about me online, y'all know who I am as a person. Y'all know how I get down. I would never threaten a child, hurt a child. I have no history of ever doing that. And if a child reaches out to me, they know my slogan. I don't talk to kids. I need to talk to your parents. Some of them might tell me they're an age and they might be lying about their age, but I'm not giving them anything. I'm sure there was plenty of people that reached out to me and said, hello, I'm 19, but they could have been 15. I just need some advice. Oh, okay. But I'm giving advice to a child. I don't know. But if the email says what they said their age was, that's what we're going off of. But to the women that hate me, I really do hope you guys find something in your life that makes you happy. Because everyone is starting to see the pattern. You can diagnose me and say I'm all these things that you are, but I'm not going to stop telling the truth about you. I know a lot of y'all want to be in my shoes, but you will never be in them. The shoes belong to me. Buy your own shoes. Create your own lane. You're bitter, unhappy, unmarried, just losers in life. Did you really work this hard to be a loser? Because I didn't. And I'm going to keep holding people accountable. If y'all want to see me hold men accountable, send me things about men. I know a lot of people want me to do a story on that teacher. I've reached out to him to see if he wants to come on my show. We'll see where that goes. The teacher that had the kids taking out his hair. You had women online saying that he's a predator. But I've seen female teachers tell kids to help them lay their wig. And that was okay. It's only a problem when it's a man sitting in front of a camera with his clothes on and his students are doing something that they love to do already, hair. And they're helping him take out his braids in front of the class, on camera. Nothing is behind the scenes. And they're calling this man a predator. But what if it was a woman? What if it was a woman that needed her hair taken down because she was about to go get a new wig laid on it? They would have said, oh, those girls are going to be beauticians. They're going to be doing hair. That is so cute. But when they're doing it to a man, you're grooming them. So this teacher is an R. Kelly. A lot of these girls don't get this kind of freedom at home where they're able to do something they enjoy. They come home to arguments. They come home to being told they ain't shit. So when they're able to do something that takes their mind off of that, it's a hobby for them. When I was a young girl, I loved doing hair. I did my own hair when I learned how to do it. I knew how to braid, and I was doing people's hair in high school. And a lot of them were men. My dad knew he could trust me. That was a hobby that I loved to do. So why are we sitting here saying these young girls are being groomed in a classroom where there's a bunch of kids and the teacher is fully clothed? So we will talk about that on a later show, just not right now. I want to get more information and I want him on the show. I want to hear his side of the whole story. So all I'm saying, guys, is we have to do better. We do. And I'm not an idol. I'm not a hero. I'm a human being just like you. I'm just willing to take a lot of shit that the normal person won't. Holding people accountable has only been hard since the Rhoda case because I've never seen so many jealous women who didn't put no work trying to take credit for my work. Daphne stole from us. Daphne's a fraud. Daphne, can you show us a receipt? I have the receipts. I'm going to show you. Okay, show us. I'm going to show. Y'all been saying you're going to show us for 6 months. We still waiting on them because they don't exist. Daphne fed you. Daphne was calling you and giving you information when you begged to be on my team. I never have to reach out to women saying, hey, I know you got, 20, 30,000 less supporters than I do. Can I be on your team? I've never said that in my life. But now when women ask me if they can be on my team, it's no. If you want to be on my team, just hold people accountable on your own free will. You don't need me. I don't need a team. I'm no longer trusting anybody in my circle that's a female. The men are the only ones I would trust in my circle. I have men that do extra checks on IPs and things like that if we need to get to that level. They're all men, and my husband's familiar with everybody on my team. Because men don't give me drama. Women do. These men are not on my team so I can share their page and promote their business. They actually want to hold people accountable. That's all they're there. And they wanted to be on my team. I didn't ask to be on theirs. Because I don't need to. I've been a one-man team for too long. So I'm used to that. And I'm taking all this hate by myself. You'll never see me enlist a bunch of people to help me fight haters online. So all I'm saying, guys, is tomorrow we will be doing the show called Baby Mama Over Wife. Because we have a lot of that too. A lot of people having kids, knowing that the father isn't going to stick around, but they still have them. Then when you hold them accountable, they want to blame the man. It's your body, your choice until you have a kid. Then it's the man's fault, right? You women contradict yourselves all the time. But I want to say this to you young ladies out there. You are better and you're worth more. You're living your life. Your life is starting to develop. Don't stop yourself from living a good life because you can't stop lying. Nothing good will come out of lying on a man. A lot of these people are sick in the head too. So when you're saying they did something as heinous as grape, they want to off you. They will kill you with no regard. They will kill you and throw you in a dumpster and go get a burrito. I just don't want to see any mothers online saying that their daughter was an innocent flower when they were really a tumbleweed flying in anybody's direction. 16-year-old kids should not be taking flights from the East Coast to the West Coast. That is dangerous. At any time, something could have happened. But because he was a part of Little Dirk's crew, she trusted everybody. All I'm saying, guys, is I just hope that somebody got something out of this. Men, please double and triple check these women. If you need me to help you, I will do it for free. No charge. Sometimes you can tell a woman is young. You can just tell. I tell men all the time, how old did she say she was? 30? Okay. Think of movies that came out in the 90s. Quiz them. Quiz them. Don't let them use Google. Tell them to flip their phone over and quiz them. Because you know they'll Google it. Don't say it over the phone. Don't say it through text. Do it in person. Quiz them. And go to a public place where everybody can see it. So you can leave them right there. How much it costs for an Uber? 50? Let me send you this 50 and you get home safe. And I would recommend you don't do this. It's dangerous. Don't do that. Thank you, Jamal. Look, I don't call myself a hero, y'all. I don't call myself anything like that. I'm a human. I just want people to understand. And it hurts me when I post real shit on my Facebook and it doesn't get the attention that the drama gets. Whenever I say, I figured you'll say that. Oh, Daphne, I was waiting for that. Oh, Daphne, I couldn't wait for you to hit. But what about the sexual assault? What about what these kids are doing? You're not waiting on that? That'll get 30 likes. The drama, 2,000, 3,000 likes. It can't be like that. That's why I said Facebook to me, it's a hit or miss. Ever since I've been getting banned in these groups and getting in trouble, my page isn't even recommended on Facebook. Facebook has been on me for years. I've been on many bans in my life. And I do not plan on ever being monetized. That's the only page where my ninja pick is still there. I'm not getting monetized and I never will. I love my picture to be there. It's been there since 2015. I'm not changing it. But I want you guys to know that I want to make sure you guys see what I'm going through on a daily. I don't want to be this person that says, hey, why are you lying, and embarrass you, but you put it out there. If you don't want me knowing your business, don't put it out there. I noticed that today, when I went back on that young lady's page, I was clicking on, and this is the crazy thing. I was clicking on profiles and they got me blocked already. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't even done anything to these women, but I counted maybe 9 women. I have screenshots of 9 women that blocked me on Twitter and I didn't even know them. This is getting out of control. How y'all blocking me before I even said I figured you'd say that? I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even say hi. That just tells me that somebody is spreading what I'm doing. And if it was fake, I wouldn't be getting blocked. They would say, come on, Daphne, we want all the smoke. These women are blocking me prematurely so they can lie. But they're forgetting it can still get sent to me. You might block me, but you don't know who's telling me all this information. Just like my haters. My haters thought that everybody hated me. But when I'm getting emails saying, Daphne, we are sorry. At first, we believed these people when they said you were threatening kids and you were evil. But over the last 7 months that y'all been going through this, it's Daphne this and Daphne that and the narcissist and this and that and that. And it's like this person has no creative brain. Everything is about you. So we're all starting to see the truth. This person is stalking you. So that order is right. But they'll go around saying she has a warrant for her arrest. I don't care about that warrant. I don't. Unfortunately, in some states, you can take your police report right down to the courthouse and swear in front of a judge that everything on that report is true. And bam, they issue out a warrant for you to get a court case. That's how they do it in some places. But fortunately, when you send them 30, 40 pages of evidence showing them what they did after that, they allow attorneys to represent you and you ain't got to go there. They'll do the work for you. I'm not scared of that. I don't care. When I said, hey, ask them if I have any convictions. Oh, they said no. Ask them if there's a court case. Oh, they said no. Okay. So then use your brain. They're going to find everything they can to discredit me because they want me to be the bad person online. And it isn't working. It hasn't worked in months. It's never going to work. And I think the most dangerous thing that a hater did to me was sending Rhoda Osmond my information. The same people that were bashing Rhoda on their YouTubes, getting paid off of Rhoda, said, here you go, Rhoda. And they wanted people to believe that it came out the sky. It just came out. Because if Rhoda was going to say these things about me, she would have said it prior to January 17th when I exposed her. She would have said it on the 16th or the 15th or the 14th. And, but she said it on that particular day, the day that Daphne was being recognized by the Houston police. On that day, she's posting me and my husband's information on her 27,000 page, her 27,000 member page. And I said, how did Rhoda get that information? This looks like what this person said on YouTube. Everybody said that is dirty. I didn't know this person was a fraud like that. So they really trying to send your stuff to Rhoda so Rhoda can put a hit out on you? Damn, you must really be living rent-free in their head. Rent motherfucking free. And when they saw I'm still alive, no hitters got sent to my house. What else can we do? Oh, Daphne's a fraud. What else can we do? Daphne threatens kids. What else can we do? Daphne is a predator. What else can we do? Let's talk about her family. What else can we do? This is what these women do, y'all. And they're going to be doing it for a long time. So I just got to get comfortable. Put my seatbelt on. They're not going to stop finding things to do to hurt me. There's nothing I can do about it but take it to court. At first, I was on my Denzel shit, and that got me in trouble. I was tired of the attacks. Whenever someone's attacking you and then they start enlisting other people and you're a one-man team, eventually you're going to say, leave me the fuck alone. And then that's when they go running. Makes no sense to me. That's like somebody bullying somebody every day. And then one day the bully says, back the fuck up, or I'm whoop your ass. Oh, I'm going right to the police on you. They threatened me. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. But they're not saying what led to that. They're only telling you what was said to them. So why would this person threaten you? Because they're jealous of me? Because they want to be me? Huh? So this person said that. So nothing led to this. No. See, when you lie on a police report in front of a judge and you say this is right and it's wrong, that's also a felony charge. See, I spoke to that district. I spoke to them for over 45 minutes. And I learned a lot. A lot of these states are not the same as Illinois. Illinois, you can't file a police report and say, issue a warrant now. You got to have proof. And if you're showing people like a text receipt or anything like that, that has to be validated. You still won't get no warrant yet. You'll get a court case. But in some places you can say, and I'm so scared and I think something's going to happen. Please help me. Okay, warrant for a court case. We got you. But I was told if anything on that report is false, that's a felony. So if a cop was only able to verify one of the 5 things, you're going to be in more trouble than you think. So you got to know your laws before you go out there and lie. That's what I'm saying, guys. So this is going to be a great year for me. I just got to handle a couple things on my end first. Then I'm going to handle the other end. But one thing I'm not scared of these people because I know that they're not about that life. I know all they do is enlist. They want a whole team. Y'all, I have 36,000 haters. So what is 5 or 6 going to do to me? I have 36,000. And it made sense because every time I made a post on Facebook, I was on a 30-day ban. It wasn't adding up to me. I wish somebody would have told me about that group when it came out. Because for years, I was targeted. I said, how are they getting me reported? How? Somebody reported something from like 8 years ago. So I knew something was happening. Whole time they had a whole group. They were mass reporting me the whole time. So I could just imagine if I didn't find out about that group by that woman, if I didn't find out about that group, it would still be up. My Facebook would still be in jail. Y'all feel me? So I'm just saying, Kevin Samuels had a group of women. It was like at what, 200,000-300,000? So it happens. People hate you that bad. Don't talk about her mother this time. Only talk about her. That's a lot of hate on me. 36,000 people. I don't think I pissed off that many people. But I'm telling you, if I was this crazy person online, guys, I would have a background. I would have a criminal record. When people block me, I keep it moving. Okay, that means leave me alone. Cool. But don't block me and talk shit and expect me not to respond. And then say, harassment. That's not the way the world works. If you block me and you talk about me, I'm coming right back at you. That's not harassment. That's me defending myself. Don't do that cowardly move. If you block me and keep it moving. So I'm just saying, guys, at the end of the day, I hope that you guys got something out of this show, because I was really, really upset that I couldn't even sleep. When I looked at how great she was at doing wigs, I said, this woman has a future. And she's a very pretty girl. I wouldn't let my daughter leave the house. Pretty girl, naturally pretty girl. It's just that she puts a lot of stuff on her face and makes herself look older, and she doesn't need to. Don't rush to grow up, young ladies. Take your time. It's a trap. I know a lot of y'all can't wait to be 18 and can't wait to be 21. It's a trap. Take your time. Quit trying to have sex with these grown men because you see these women online doing it. Ow, and take your ass. Don't be like those people online. You're better than that. Protect your temple. Don't let everybody knock on the door and enter. Some of them might knock, but you ain't got to let them in. Look in the peephole and keep it moving. But don't let all these people enter your temple. You are pure and young. Take your time growing up. And if anything seems weird, talk to your parents. And if you don't trust your parents, talk to a counselor at school. There's always somebody you can talk to. Y'all talk to Twitter and Facebook and TikTok. If you can talk on there, then you can talk to people in your life. And if your parents are telling you to use what you got to get what you want, reach out to a counselor at school. That is not the right advice. Take your time, my beautiful young sisters. Take your time. You are talented, you are powerful, and you are strong. But don't lie to get where you need to get to. It will never lead to nothing great. Quit texting yourself to go viral on Facebook every week, because that's the only way you can make money. When I see people lying and they neglect their business, that means their business is failing. It ain't working. So they're trying to find anything. But somebody said something online to this woman. She said, every other day you're lying. You're texting yourself. Eventually, the shit is going to get old. And she said, I'm going to keep lying too. That broke my heart. I'm going to keep lying too. That means her lies are going to get worse. And I guarantee you, somebody's going to send me a text receipt of her saying somebody got great. And all I can do is say, well, she made it up. It didn't happen. And keep it moving. Ladies, you guys are better than this. I'm just saying, guys, we were all once teenagers before, right? So we know everything is new and fun, but don't let social media raise your kids. They won't turn out right. They won't turn out right at all. They all want to be like Ice Spice and Meg the Stallion. These are people that got money, that are living the fast life. But when they go home and they take the wigs off and the makeup off, they are their real, they're who they are. They're not their online personality no more. They're regular human beings with bills and stress and all that stuff. It isn't glamour. A lot of these people take pictures on Instagram and they say, I'm living the best life. And then when they turn it off, when they get offline, they're living in that little cooped up place with the roaches and all the nasty. They living bad. They are out here balling in public and borrowing in private. And I got receipts. Out here balling in public, but borrowing in private. You're not balling. You're struggling. So I'm just saying, guys, this case kept me up. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was going to wake my husband up, but I forgot he had to get up in he had to get up in a few hours. So he would have been mad. But that's how mad I was. I got up and I just looked at everything. Because I just wanted to make sure that she was okay. And when I knew for sure that the story was wrong and that she was lying and she didn't report it, it hurt me because she told people she did. And a lot of kids, you want to say, you know what, maybe she did. But then maybe she didn't. We have to look at both angles. So all I'm saying, guys, is I'm not trying to say that all kids are bad. Just really watch your kids. Give them a chance at life. Y'all know the tricks. Y'all know the scams. Don't let your kids fall victim to it. There are a lot of young ladies that are grooms. That is very true. They have no control. But then you have the ones that do. These young ladies are ahead of their time. They're 16, but they got a mind of a 30-year-old. They know if I get this man to have sex with me, I can say he raped me. And then people are going to believe me because I'm an innocent little flower. This is going to be the easiest hustle ever. Then my mom and dad can sue and we can get paid and we can get up out of this nasty apartment. That shouldn't be the logic of these young girls. No, because when you lie on someone like that, You're also going to bring violence to your doorstep, whether you move or not. Y'all feel me? And if you guys have kids and you don't know how to angle the conversation, I'll help you. Make your kids comfortable enough to tell you anything that's going on in their lives. Don't be their best friend. Don't be their bestie. Be their parent. Stop all this, we're sisters or we're cousins. You are the parent. They are the kids. Period. Don't give them so much freedom where, oh, I can go out there and have sex at 13. Hey, ow, as long as I don't get pregnant. No. Talk to me. Everything going right at school? Yeah. Your kid is looking down the whole time, no eye contact. They're lying. Anybody at school talk to you weird, touch you in a weird way? They're looking down at their feet. No. Okay. I love you. I love you too. They just lied to you. Body language. If they can't look you in the eye and tell you that, they're lying. Something's going on. Investigate. You need to be their parent. Don't wait for them to tell you something happened when they're pregnant. Tackle it now. That's all I'm saying. I don't trust people. I don't trust people all the time. Especially if they, yeah, everything's good. Oh, yeah, you lying. When I talk to men and they call me and say, yes, Daphne, I had a great day at work. I say, what'd you do at work? I went to work. I got my work done and came home. So how was that a great day? You do that every day. Yeah, Daphne, you're right. I got fired. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. You got fired. Why'd you get fired? Yeah, because I'm always late. Okay, you got yourself fired. Get off your ass and find another job. We got to be honest with ourselves. I'm not going to give you a pretty lie. I'm going to tell you the ugly truth. Get off your ass and look for a new job. I'm going to need a letter of recommendation. I got you. First, get a job. I'm going to help my Black men and women get a job. I've done many letter of recommendations and they do call me. And when they call me, I clear my throat. This is Daphne. How can I help you? Yes, I have worked with this person for a couple of years now. They are a hard worker. I don't have to ask them to do things twice. They're very thorough with their job. That's how I talk. I'm not like, yeah, this is the queen of accountability. Yeah, they good. They good. Yep. They always support my channel. They like and subscribe. No, you got to know how to turn it on and turn it off. This person will be a perfect addition to your team. Any company will look at this person to hire them. They would be an asset to your company, not a liability. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Daphne, I got the job. I knew you'd get it. Now keep it. Keep it. Because I just put my name on it. Keep it. If you lose that job, you're going to lose me too. Now I need you to keep it. So like I said, I don't mind helping my people. All of it is free of charge. I love doing letter of recommendations for people that I've helped and I know that are good people. It's who you know, y'all. We got to work together. But at the end of the day, it starts with you guys. So all I'm asking you to do, if you have teenage daughters, be more thorough on what they're doing with their lives. Check their social medias. Everything you will find on TikTok, Instagram, check the DMs. When you go into Instagram, check that spam folder. I show all y'all the little secret folders that you're not checking. When you look at their phone, go to the app store. Go to recently downloaded apps. Some of these apps are disguised as like a game, but it's really a little thing you push. You put in a 4-digit code, and there's the nudes. There's the dick pics of grown men. You'll find it all. If y'all need all the tea, I give it to you. If you have an iPhone or even an Android, go to their recently added apps and recently deleted apps. Sometimes when they're home, they'll delete that app that they're hiding from you. And it'll tell you. But a lot of these apps now are disguised as like a game or a calculator. So the most recent parents that I've spoken to, I told them, do you go through your kid's phone? I sure do, because I pay the bill. There's a new calculator app. It looks just like a calculator. Yeah, Dad, I use it for school. Now, if they already have a phone, the calculator's already in there. Y'all see what I'm saying? No, but Dad, this calculator, it allows me to do equations and, okay, that makes sense. I get it. The standard calculator only gives you, certain capabilities. And I told them, this calculator allows me to do equations and everything. But when you push like a certain key, it'll prompt you to put in the 4-digit code. They found it. She had it on her phone. And when they unlocked it, there was like 50 videos and pictures in there of grown men. Some of them were videos of the men, And they thought they were sending that to an adult. They were sending it to a child. So be careful. These apps they're getting smarter with the apps. They're disguising it as like a game, like a Candy Crush type game. But when you click on the app, it prompts you to put in a code. So parents, please check those phones. And if you go to the App Store or the Google playlist, it'll tell you what that app does. The calculator app says a secret place to put your videos or things you don't want people to see. It'll tell you what the app is for. They have to tell you. Y'all feel me? Them hidden apps. Yeah, hidden apps too. On iPhones, they even have a hidden folder where you got to put in the passcode. So parents, check their stuff. That is your phone. That is your house that they're laying in. Don't be afraid, because now that they know that you're checking, they're not going to try to do anything that you have to check for. You feel me? Take a visit to their school one day unannounced. Tell them you're bringing them lunch. And you'll see a whole different side. So all I'm saying, guys, is I really do care about kids. And I want them to progress. Our generations are getting worse. But we can stop some of this from happening if you treat your kids like a kid. And not like your bestie, your king, your love. They're your kids. Yes, you love them to death, but they're not your friends. My dad said we are not friends. Now I call my dad by his first name to be funny. But back then, let me call my dad by his first name. It was Lights. See, my dad used to speak in terms like that. When I get home, it is Christmas. And we're in June. So I know we getting a whooping. I know what that means. See, my dad spoke in code. It was a positive code. When I get home, it's curtains. Now, y'all know when you go to a show and they close the curtains, that means, it's a wrap. My dad knew how to threaten us, but in a positive way. When I get home, ain't gonna be no time to run. We knew what that means. My dad's threats were my dad didn't play. And I'm glad that I was raised properly by my parents. And even though my mom didn't live a long life, she taught me a lot. Strength was one of the biggest things that my mother taught me. And my mom didn't care what you had to say about her. She was going to always be who she was. And that was something that I didn't catch on to at first. I cared about what people said. They said I'm a predator. Oh, my God. Because you know the efforts that you put in. And you're like, what? Like me? You said about me? And we have to learn to say, you know what? I figured you'd say that. You're a bum. You're a loser. You're supposed to say things like that. But if I said it about you, you'll probably run right down to the courts and say defamation and it'll hurt. But it's okay. Like I said, guys, know that being the queen of accountability, it comes with a lot of hate. A lot of hate. And no matter how much you women hate me, I'm not going to stop. People that know me, that grew up around me, they know I never changed for anybody. The only time I changed it was my attitude. Because there was no reason for me to be a piece of shit for a person. There was no reason for me to call grown-ass men bitches because I was better at them than basketball. They're already embarrassed that I made them fall. And then I had to add insult to injury. And I could have gotten myself killed. So I was a piece of shit. There was no need for me to be that disrespectful to these grown-ass men who were paving the way for me as a woman to play on a team with a man. The respect wasn't given. I had to earn it. And I learned that I had to watch my mouth. My words, they held power. That's why you have to teach these young women their words. Once you say something, it comes from inside of you. Comes all the way up to your stomach, through your esophagus, and out of your mouth. You can't take it out the sky and put it back in and swallow it and shit it out. No. Once you say it, it's out there and it never can be returned. Remember that. Remember that. So when people say things about me that hurt, it comes from inside. That's how deeply rooted their hate is. So when these young ladies say lies, it comes from inside of them because something is telling them that it's okay to do it. It's not okay. So please, guys, be vigilant. Be vigilant. And I wasn't doing a show to have a people on the panel. Tomorrow we'll do the show with the panel. But I wanted to do this special show because her case really affected me, and it still does. I want to give her a hug and tell her you're a beautiful young lady. And you have a lot of life to live, and this is not the way to go about it. But if you can just believe me when I say you're going to find something you're great at, and you're going to get paid for doing something legal, not illegal. Now you messed up the bag. Imagine if she didn't do what she just did and get, they didn't fly her out to Cali. and she honed in on her hair skills. And someone saw how great she was, and they flew her out there to do a celebrity's head. Now she's in her bag, doing the right thing. And I'm telling you, the hair industry, she could be making millions, telling the truth. Y'all feel me? But I guess she doesn't have nobody in her life telling her that. But I told her. Whether she blocked me or not, I told her. I wasn't going to call her a dehydrated, because her wig was very hydrated. She wears really good wigs. I give her that. And she don't even need them. Pretty girl. And I hope that she hears this. I have no hate for you. And I know when the police approach you or whatever, it is because of me. It's because of Daphne Sutton. Because I care about your life. I care about your life more than your parents. So remember, guys, just because they push them out of their vagina, it doesn't make them a mother. It doesn't make them a great parent. Sometimes the internet has to raise their kids too and hold their kids accountable as well. So if you're going to run to the internet to lie, be prepared for the internet to also hold you accountable for lying. That's the way the world works. Now, when she's thinking of a new lie, she'll know it's going to get to the right people. That's the whole goal. We got to stop our young ladies from lying. Okay? That's all I'm saying, guys, because I'm going to be on your ass. I don't care your age. I don't care. But for kids, it does hurt a little bit, because it brings me back. When those young kids used to lie about sexual assault, and they would talk to those kids with the cop and the parent not present, the story would change like underwear. Now, all of a sudden, I wasn't sexually assaulted. Now, all of a sudden, mommy promised you ice cream. See how that changes? So I felt like that was just a flashback for me. Because the other women, oh, I believe it. Lock his ass up. Wait. Before you lock his ass up, can we chat with this young lady? Can we use one of your rooms? Okay, you can stay out here with the mom. We're going to take her in here. Go ahead and ask her again. And now the story changed. The kid is innocent, but they're alive for mommy. Y'all feel me? So even though people say that I'm a bad person, I can honestly say I've saved a lot of lives. And even if I only saved one, then I did all this for something, right? But I know I've saved way more than that. And I was willing to risk my job on everybody that I questioned, and I was right about. That's when you know you're telling the truth, when you're willing to risk it all. With that Rhoda case, people doubted me. People stopped talking about Rhoda for months, and I was the only one on it. Aren't you tired of talking about Rhoda? This is dumb. You said they were going to get her. Nothing's happened. You even had these YouTubers with dry pages. I thought Rhoda was getting a felony. I thought Rhoda was going down. What happened, Queen of Accountability? And guess what? Rhoda ran her butt down to Houston. Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. And then the lady said, well, yeah, they put a restriction on it because people were calling and saying that they were other people to try to get information. And my haters try to make it seem like that was me. No, baby. They knew Daphne Sutton by name. I didn't have to act. I didn't tell them I was a reporter, a detective. I said Daphne motherfucking Sutton. The same name you see on the charging document is the name I gave them. See? So people thought Rhoda was right and I was wrong. And then what happened? Rhoda did a video. Can someone help me hold the Houston police accountable? They're not helping me. I'm being stalked and harassed. And then guess what happened? That accountability came and got her, didn't it? It was Daphne who released the information. So if you look at my efforts, you'll notice that around October, November, and January, everybody started to go back to sleep. There was the U.S. And then Houston pulled the Pearl Harbor and got her and said, that's it. So everything I said that was going to happen, it happened. We knew back in October she was hit with a bottle and not a brick. He said that. But they said that call was fake. See, my haters doubted me from day one. And even after it came out that Daphne was right, I still didn't get my flowers. Instead, they sent Rhoda my information. So I want you to know how bad these people hate me. Black women, to be exact. They hated me so bad, they wanted Rhoda to have where I live. Because, her family lives in Minnesota. And that's close to Illinois. Hey, we can have a party out here. I'm not scared of that. They didn't do nothing to Olin. They didn't do nothing to him. So what you mean they ain't gonna do something to me? Come on. You gotta try harder than that, haters. To my haters, thank you for thinking about me 24/7. Because let me tell you, this will stop when I want it to. Not when you want it to. So until then, sit back and keep listening to my show. Because right now, my haters are downloading this show. They're downloading it so they can keep it. Pick at it. Try to get something out of it. She said this. She said that. I'm on their mind. I'm on their desktops. I'm on their walls. I'm on their wallpaper. They got me everywhere. Thank you, haters. Thank you for loving me more than my own family. Y'all obsessed with me. Thank you. Thank you. I have a P.O. box you can send me a letter to about how much you hate me. Send me some letters. Hate mail. P.O. Box 588, Streamwood, Illinois, 60107. That is my P.O. Box. Tell me how much you don't like me. Send it to me so I can read it out loud. But one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to stop anytime soon. Right now, this train will keep going until I say it's over. So, guys, I want to say thank you for listening to me today. I want to say thank you, guys. A lot of people that I grew up with was on this show today. Thank you. I know I do long shows, but I do them so you guys can have something to listen to when you're like, downtime. But to my fellas, please be careful. Please be vigilant. Some of you guys have teen daughters yourself. So you should already know. You should already know what it's about. You should already know when something is cap and it isn't right. So when you're out there looking for a woman or you're looking to date someone, just ask a couple more questions before y'all go on a date. What was Smokey doing in the bush when Ezel rolled up? Huh? Okay, yeah, they too young. See, I like telling men to ask people that because the answers are funny. And it's funny because I have a text receipt from like maybe he sent it like back in November. And he asked her about a part on Friday. And she was like, what? And that's when he knew. And I still didn't post that. Yo, I got stuff that I haven't even posted that's been in my phone for months. Some of it years. I found a text receipt from 2022 that I still haven't posted. See, when I get stuff, I just save it and I hoard it because I might not want to use it yet. I'm not that desperate to post it. I'm thinking of other things and I'm helping people. So it's not on my mind. But I want y'all to know, I got 41,000 things in this phone. That's a lot of stuff to have. How many of y'all know 41,000 photos in somebody's phone? How many of y'all know somebody like that? I don't. I asked my husband the other day, how many you got? He was like 1,600. And I got 41,000. I don't have 41,000 photos because of fake stuff. It's real stuff that I keep. Never know when you might need it. So when someone asks me about a year, I can find it. I have the backup. I keep everything. I don't delete. That's why when people said, oh yeah, Daphne's a narcissist, I pulled some receipts from 2016 and said, hey, this was you, right? Riding my coattails, right? Stealing my post from Facebook, right? And then you wanted me to share your business. Oh, have the mighty tables have turned. I'm telling you, gotta bring them down to your foot. Can you share my business? You don't remember me, huh? Blocked. That was proof that they blocked me once you catch them. She saw a ghost. Oh my gosh, that's celebrity. Yeah. Before I was the queen of accountability, my handle was celebrity. And I had almost 100,000 followers. So again, guys, Glenn, shout out to Glenn. Hey guys, y'all see the name Glenn in the comments? This is someone I played basketball with for many, many years. Glenn, how was I as a hooper at Rose Mofford, Glenn? Glenn used to play basketball with his dad, Glenn Sr. And man, he knows how I used to kill it on the court. Glenn knew I came from rough beginnings. But yeah, shout out to Glenn. Thank you for listening, man. Retro Gamer, I appreciate you too, man. I'm looking at y'all comments. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't even been looking. I don't know if your name is Grezer. He says she is spitting the truth. Thank you. Miracle Denise, Mia, Nicole Johnson. LOK. Yeah, a lot of y'all in these comments. Okay. Pelican said, get some rest. Hey, Pelican, I will now. I will be at a rest knowing that this woman is safe. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to make sure she was okay, y'all. This was not to hurt anybody. But look, I'm glad I did this show and I'm glad I brought awareness. But look, I'm not going to stop. If I see it online, if someone tags me, you can block me, but I'm still going to do my job. I am still going to do my job because I want to make sure that this is not repeated. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Let me see. Much respect. Oh, thank you, Glenn. Silk said, got to keep you around. Yeah, man, listen, like I told y'all, if I ever step away from being in the groups, you guys can still send me stuff and I'll still catch it. But I just want you guys to know that this won't be my life all the time anymore. I have a different avenue that I want to go in, because I'm better than just holding people accountable online. I'm trying to work in this community too. There's many things I'm trying to do, and I'm only one person trying to do it. So guys, if anybody is interested in purchasing my new shirts, I did release a June collection. We know next month we got Father's Day, we got Men's Health Month, and we got Juneteenth. I did release new shirts for those 3 occasions where you guys can start pre-ordering now. Okay? Like I said, I'm always going to keep my mental health business first. And I'm thankful that I was able to send it to some basketball teams. You're going to be seeing people rocking my mental health shirt. I'm catering to the WNBA now since they're doing good. So that's where I'm trying to go with this. I think the women will give me more love quicker than the men will. Now, I've sent shirts to Richard Jefferson and people like that, but I think I should start with the women. I really do think I should start with the women. I think that they'll be more loud with my shirts. And they really love my mental health. They love it because it's about women healing, right? We got to heal too in order to be great, right? I will, Glenn. I got you. So yeah, guys. So what I do is I'll show you guys the new shirts, and then I'm gonna hit my outro, and then we're done. Tomorrow I will be on at I think I have it for 6:00. We'll have the Roger Report will be back. A whole bunch of people. Last week, guys, remember we spoke with Mike? We had a really good time. That was one of the best shows I've had. We're gonna have fun tomorrow too. This is not to attack baby mamas, but we will be talking about men who have a lot of baby mamas. Men accountability too, right? But one thing I can say about men, a lot of them have said out loud, I'm not trying to be nobody's husband. I'm just trying to pump and dump. So if men tell you out loud that they're not going to stick around, why are you guys opening up your legs unprotected? Your body, your choice, your consequence. That's going to be a shirt that I'm going to make. Your body, your choice, your consequence. Women are really going to hate that shirt. I'm going to put that shirt out there. Because at the end of the day, if you're saying it's your body and you get to choose who you let enter it, you can't get mad when Pookie shoots up the club and then you have a Pookie Jr. That was your choice. Now your consequence. Y'all like that? Your body, your choice, your consequence. What y'all think about that as a shirt? They're going to hate the hell out of me. They're going to say, yeah, let's get her off. Make another group. They're going to create a new group. Your body, your choice, your death. Y'all know how they're going to do me. They're going to be on me. So guys, at the end, I'm getting 2 of them shirts. Okay, Q. Hey, Q, don't lie now. If y'all want me to look, I'm not putting that on my website though. I'm just playing. I don't want to promote that on my website. But if you guys want that shirt, your body, your choice, your consequence, let me know. Email me and I'll work out a deal with y'all. I'll make that shirt. I just think it makes sense. It makes sense to me because women will go around saying it's my body, my choice. Right. So then don't blame men when they don't stick around to raise your kid that you chose to have. Remember? See? So now watch somebody make a shirt and I just said it. Y'all know who said it first, okay? I don't want to sue nobody, but y'all know who said it first. Daphne, you talking about haters now. Just wait until you make those shirts. I'm going to put them shirts on my Instagram tonight. Your body, your choice, your consequences. And we're going to see where that goes. I'm telling you, y'all, they're going to really hate me. She hates black women. She only caters to Becky's. You know, she hates herself. I love myself. I love me. Y'all feel me? Someone said I'm that. Hey, y'all quick to say you're bi. As soon as I put that on my Instagram, yeah, Daphne, I got rent due. You know, I gotta pay my Metro bill. You know, gotta give me a couple groceries. Y'all come up with all kind of excuses why y'all can't buy these shirts and they're cheap. So y'all over here playing. Don't play with me now. I'm gonna put it out there, Pelican. If you don't, I'm gonna hold you accountable. Miracle, I'm gonna hold you accountable. Ian, I'm just playing, guys. I'm just playing. But yeah, I will put those shirts on my Instagram. If you guys are interested, the Queen of Accountability is my Instagram. I'll put it on there. If you're interested, I'll send you an email. Tell me what size you wear, how you want the shirt. You could choose any color you want. You know, black on white, red on white, blue on white, maroon on white. I could do it in a woman's size. I think that's a dope shirt. I can't believe I just made that up, y'all. I'm creative. I'm proud of myself. Pelican, he said extra large, got you. And Pelican, those shirts are slim fit. So you know, if you got the muscles and you got the cuts, that's the shirt you want to rock. So I'm gonna be releasing those shirts. Your body, your choice, your consequences. Yo, they're gonna hate me if I get banned on Instagram. Y'all remember why? Okay, I'm doing this for y'all. Someone said I ordered something for my mom, and I know that's coming soon. Yep, it is. First Prime, it's on the way. It's on the way. First Prime, I got you. Someone said, I just stumbled upon your page today, and damn, I never thought a woman like you could exist. Yeah. You know, a lot of people said, why is a woman doing this? Because if I don't do it, who will? And let me tell y'all, anti-hyena, there's a lot of women doing this. They're just not as big as my page. And I started where they started. I started where people didn't even share my stuff. But then when they saw it on the Shade Room, now I'm all of a sudden I'm big. Remember, guys, if you ever go on YouTube's and you type in Applebee's, you'll see one of my original posts from years ago where a woman bragged about a man, or she bragged about having more than a man that took her to Applebee's on a date. She said she owned all this stuff, and she told him she didn't want to do the date because he chose Applebee's. So she assumed that he was broke. And I told her that man could have owned the Applebee's. That man could have all these businesses. He only wanted to get to know you. He just chose a location. So if I would have saw his face, I'm sure he would have been happy that he dodged the bullet. I said, it's not because your standards are high. It's because you ain't shit. Guys, that post was one of my most shared posts year to date. And I wasn't using the mask. So that's how old that Facebook post is. That woman, when I said that post went viral. I went back to my Facebook. I think it's like at 115,000 shares. But somebody just brought that tweet back. That Facebook post back because it's under my old Instagram. Somebody shared that on their YouTube and got like 8,000 likes. And I'm like, and they were like, Daphne for president. My name is still the same, but my IG has changed dramatically. So that just tells you, it was under my first IG that I lost a few years ago. So that should just tell you, I've been doing this. So when people say, oh, you remind me of Kevin Samuels. No, I've been doing this. I didn't know who Kevin Samuels was in 2017. I didn't. COVID didn't hit to 2019. Kevin Samuels didn't start his Instagram until 2018. So when I said you ain't shit, I said that in 2017. A lot of women weren't saying that to other women. And I didn't lose my Facebook for that either. Facebook allowed me to survive on that one because I didn't tag her. So I just want y'all to know, I was doing this for years. I was saying how I felt for years to women. Why I do it? Because we need each other to do it. If we're not holding each other accountable, they can get hurt. I could have gotten hurt, right? So yeah, if you guys want the shirt, you know what? If you guys want the shirt and you don't have Instagram, I'll put my email in here. Send me an email and I'll make sure I work on that. We'll work on hold on. I'm putting my email in here right now for y'all. Hold on. That way y'all can write it down real quick. Okay, so I just put my email in the chat. I just promoted it. Just reach out to me on that email if you're interested in your body, your choice, your consequences. Now remember, y'all, people gonna be mad, but I think it makes a big statement. Whatever you choose to do with your body is your decision. So I don't want to hear that Pookie left you and all this. You chose to mess with Pookie. So at the end of the day, I think it's a wonderful shirt and it makes sense. It makes sense to me. And I'm gonna use good font so that y'all happy with me, okay? So like I said, when it comes to my shirts, I don't charge for shipping or taxes. It's one flat fee, and I'm very reasonable. Like I said, you got these shirts that might be $29 when you're buying it, but when they add the shipping and taxes, you're paying $50. That ain't me. I make it very affordable. And when you order shirts and you see I'm paying $10 for the shipping, you really didn't pay nothing. So some people say, how do you even make a profit? It isn't about the money. I just want people to be happy. Y'all feel me? Daphne, you should really think about politics. No, Mindstorm. If I did politics, they'd be sharing all my personal information. Look, she has a court case out of Honolulu. No, I'm good. When you go into politics, people really dig into your life, and then they talk about things that you didn't want people to know, especially if it's about your family, and they want to say that it's your fault your family did this. Yeah, politics is not me. Hell no. Yeah, if you dig into my family, I'm gonna have some court cases. I'm gonna tell y'all that. That'll be a great shirt for the gym. That's right. Mindstorm, yes. Wait, you've been doing this for years? Where the fuck have I been? AD Reese, I've been doing this for years. Yes, it's just that people didn't want the accountability to go viral because it's me holding someone accountable for something they did wrong. So typically when you're holding people accountable, no one wants to share that because you're holding someone accountable. Most women are on social media. So a lot of my shares come from men because if I'm holding a woman accountable for lying about sexual assault, it'll get like 8 likes. But if I was to hold a man accountable, right, for actually doing sexual assault, it'll go viral. They want the man to be the villain. That's what it is. I'm sorry, but I can't cater to that crowd. I can post regular Facebook. I posted something on Facebook last week saying, I think I'm being shadow banned. Like this post. It got like 3.6 thousand likes. But I just posted today about sexual assault, a woman lying. And last time I looked, it barely got 30 likes in like 2 hours. So I'm just saying, y'all, when I post about that, people don't care. They don't care. We don't need you telling us how to raise our kids. You don't even have no kids, Daphne. You don't have no kids, and you old and this and that and that. Anything to avoid being a piece of crap for a parent, they're going to do it. Oh, you don't know what we got going on at home, and you don't know what it's like to raise a daughter. What? My dad raised 3, and he never complained. And I know we were hell. I know we were complaining. 3 emotional women? Ooh, we. Okay? I know my dad was like, I could give him up. He won't say it, but I know we were hell. And my dad never gave up on us. He was right there. When you teach your kids how to do right, they're going to do right. And even though sometimes he'll sneak in the house and hide to listen, he never had to whoop us for something we did bad. We weren't letting people in the house. We weren't out there sneaking out the window. We did none of that. My dad was very good at what he did. So if I did have a daughter, I think I would be in jail. Because this new generation, when they go to school, you don't have control anymore. I don't want my daughter to ever have to be scared or worried or nothing. But when you don't have them, you ain't got to worry about them. All I got to do is take care of my nieces and nephews and make sure they're good. That's all I care about. But at the end of the day, if I got to protect other people's kids, I will. Sometimes parents really don't know. Kids are very good at hiding it. Very good. That's why these kids take their lives. The parents didn't know nothing about it. So I'm just saying, some parents really don't know. And I say that's like maybe 20%. The other 80%, they know. You see this girl leaving out the house looking like she going to the red light district. You know what it is. Dressed like she's a nurse and it ain't Halloween. So I'm just saying, y'all, at the end of the day, you got to be vigilant of your kids. That's all I'm saying. If you got anything out of my show today, I hope you got that out. Okay? So anybody that just found my page, thank you for finding me. I want you to know I did use the name celebrity years ago. I'm on my 3rd Instagram. I've lost 2 Instagrams over accountability. And I'm still going to tell y'all this from my mouth. That first Instagram, Cardi B had a lot to do with it. She did. I don't think they were, what got me in trouble was the Reebok post. I wanted to know why Reebok signed her and they turned down Rick Ross, took his deal. One was rap lyrics that weren't real. The other one was a true confession. So why'd they reward the woman who confessed to something heinous, but the man who made up fake rap lyrics, he gets taken off the docket? And what I thought was weird is when I posted that, people started tagging Reebok. I went to log in my Instagram and it was gone. It was gone. And I didn't get it back. I ain't gonna lie, I cried. Some of that stuff I didn't save. I had inboxes from people that passed away that I forgot to save and keep. Didn't see myself losing my account. It was almost at 100,000 followers. And I logged in and lost it over Cardi B. I'm not gonna say, it was her in particular, but her camp could have did it. All I'm saying is Reebok either did it, but Reebok and Cardi B were affiliated. So I'm just telling you how I lost my first one. It hurt. That took me 10 years to build and it was gone in seconds. No ID. They said your shit is gone. Don't even try to get it back. It's gone. So I'm just saying, y'all, I lost it. So now I have to be careful. I'm on number 3 and I got to be careful. So I'm just letting you guys know now, when you see me making posts and I cover up names, unfortunately, until my court orders and everything is finalized, I have to cover names for my protection. I don't need these aggressive women online reaching out to everyone I hold accountable and adding to their train. The train is probably already big. And it's funny because one of the things that I put out there, I did it on purpose. And that person told me, yes, they did reach out to me. So I have that evidence too. All I'm saying, guys, is it's sad that I'm being stalked like this, but it comes with holding people accountable. I'll take it. So with that being said, guys, you guys have a blessed night. I appreciate you. I catch that very fruit content creators. Daphne is one of them. Thank you, Mindstorm. Thank you. Hey, look, just so you guys know, anytime you do cash at me, I give that away. There are people that need like toiletries and they can't afford it. I don't judge anybody's situation because there was a time in my life where I couldn't afford the great things that I wanted. Right? Sometimes you couldn't afford, you had to decide, am I going to get a can of sauce, spaghetti sauce and sticks, or am I going to get a cheeseburger from McDonald's? Which one's going to last me? Okay, the spaghetti sauce and the sticks, because that spaghetti will stick to you. We all been there in our lives. People can sit there and say, no, I ain't never struggled. Yeah, I'm not afraid to tell the truth. I remember where I came from. That's why I'm humble. That's why I don't brag about where I'm living. I'm paying for the area. I live in a beautiful area. There's Karens everywhere. I've been here longer than a lot of the Karens. I be watching them when they walk their dogs. Keep that dog off of my lawn, too. I yell it right there from the window. Don't you do that. Don't you let that dog do that. I'll release my cane corso on you. I have a cane corso and a shih tzu, y'all. My husband has trained both of those dogs. Y'all heard me right. I have a cane corso and a shih tzu. A big old dog and a little tiny dog. And they love each other. But anybody else she sees, she hates them. And I don't even like big dogs. But my cane corso is a beast. I'm very protected. Should be ready. I told you guys when I first moved into my house, my dog was attacked by 2 coyotes. And I'm telling you, I was a really bad dog mom at that time. I took off and left from there. I'm hearing them scream. I was gone. I ran track. I reverted right back to high school and I ran that 50-yard dash right back to my garage. And I could hear my dog screaming. Yo, there was 2 coyotes. And I knew I couldn't take them. You know, I didn't know you were supposed to act big. You know, I didn't know. I took off running. And as soon as I put that garage down, my dog was right behind me. My dog fought 2 coyotes when we first moved into our house. Nobody told me that the woods over there was where those coyotes sit. I never seen them. But that day, my dog got attacked and my dog made it and survived. And I was traumatized, yo. I didn't go back out there for like a year. And that's a true story. I was traumatized. Nobody never told me about no coyotes. I thought there was 2 labs. There was some hungry coyotes. They was hungry. They didn't want me though, you know. And I said that who would leave their dog? Me, because them coyotes probably had something. I wasn't trying to go to the hospital. I was gone. I ain't never ran like that. And I had on flats too. Woo! But when I was putting down that garage, my dog came right on in, and my dog had a bite mark on his head. He survived it. Got him looked at. He was clean. You know you live in a good area when you call the police and two trucks show up. They didn't send 1, they sent 2. And I told them coyote attack. 2 of them came. 2 Bronco trucks came. And yeah, I said, this is a good area. Because when I lived in the hood, when you call the cops, they just tell you we'll get there when we can. Until in the meantime, just stay quiet. Like, what? Stay quiet? Yeah. I pay for the area. So guys, I'm just saying we all came from a hard spot in our life. That doesn't mean that's where you're going to be. Keep moving forward. If you're trying to do something with your life and you need some guidance, reach out to me in the email. I love giving people ideas. A young man reached out to me and he bought a session with me, and I thought he wanted a coaching session. He wanted a session on how to build his business. And I gave him an hour, maybe, I think we went over. It was supposed to be 45 minutes and we went like an hour and 20 minutes. And I gave him all the tea on how to start his business. He revamped everything. You never know, guys. Like I said, a lot of people don't do this because they want money. I do it because I want to see you guys grow. I was a small business too, and now I'm getting sales. And it's really good. My mental health business does very well. And I'm able to help other people with toiletries and pads and diapers and wipes and gas. Little things. But those little things go a long way. And I tell people, you don't need to go on Facebook and post that I did that. I don't want that clout. That's not why I did it. I did it because you needed help. When I needed help, I didn't want nobody saying, hey, I just want to let you know I help. Don't do that to me. I learned that as a child. You don't do that, right? So yeah, guys. He said the cane corso has epics. Yeah. I don't know Pelican because I don't ever take my cane corso out. My husband does. That ain't me. But yeah, guys, I just want you guys to stay blessed out there. I hope you guys got something out of this long show that I told you wouldn't be long. But if all else, I care about every one of you guys who have been supporting me from day one. I want to say thank you. I know I'm not as big as these other big content creator pages that post gossip all day. I post real world shit. I would rather hear real world stuff than stuff that I saw on the Shade Room and 1,000 other pages. I'm one of the pages that posts about different things. That's what makes me unique. And unique pages, they take a little bit to grow. But I want to remind you guys, last year, I was at 9,000 subs. And I'm at 21,000, almost at 22. So I'm moving. But you'll see a lot of my haters only went up a couple of subs Because when you're hating for a living, you'll never grow. And the crazy thing is, if those individuals said, you know what, Daphne, I'm sorry. What we did, it wasn't right. We want to call a truce and just squash all this. I would still be willing to do that because that's the kind of person I am. But because I know how arrogant people are and they think they have a upper hand, I want to watch this play out because I know the ending of this story. I know it. And when you stay quiet and you stand firm on the truths and your beliefs, you'll come out on top. So like I said, guys, hang in there and know that I got your back. I'm just like you guys, okay? You guys be blessed too. I'm about to go to sleep. I am extremely tired. But guys, listen, thank you for taking your time to listen to me today. It looks like we got over 1,000 people listening across all my platforms. That makes my day, that a lot of people really do care about me like that. You know, and something that I want to tell you guys, I don't never go back and listen to any of my shows. I don't like to hear myself talk. So that's something I don't do either. That's something else I'm going to tell you. I just never do. But I want to say shout out to my dad, who I know is listening. When I tell my dad I'm going to do a show, he gets his food ready, gets his favorite drink ready. And my dad is one of my top listeners. I love you, Dad, and thank you for supporting me. Thank you for raising me to be a good woman. Thank you for raising me and teaching me the values of being a good woman. And I'm proud of my dad. I can't wait for Father's Day. I love smothering my dad with gifts because I love my dad. My dad retired at 51. He was supposed to retire at 65. My dad said, I figured you'll say that. And he retired at 51. I look up to my dad. I know I won't be able to retire no dang 51. But my dad retiring and being able to live in his nice house and a quiet life, my dad is a hero to me. He is. I love you, Dad, and thank you. Thank you for teaching me everything. Thank you for showing me what true love was, the way you loved my mother to her last breath. My dad taught me that. So I'm just saying, guys, having a father in a household is vital to a kid's growth. Son, daughter, they need a father too. So if there's any women out there that's been stubborn and you need me to help you, get connected with the father of your kid, I got your back. I'll do it for free. If it means bridging you guys back together. You don't have to be dating again. But kids look at the way you co-parent. And that means that in their eyes, okay, they will get along because they love me. But when they see you guys at war, that's going to affect them when they get older. Kids are sponges. Don't forget. Okay? So again, guys, if you need guidance and I have the time, I got you. My coaching sessions are all filled for this month, but I do have some openings coming up next month. So again, if you just need some advice, that doesn't need a coaching session and a contract. I can just give you that advice over the phone. Okay? So just know that I'm very personable. And if you guys need a beat, Eno, reach out to me through email. My friend Eno is the one who did my intro, and I really love him for what he did for me. He lives in Chicago. He's a really good guy. Okay? So guys, at the end of the day, thank you. And I'm going to show you guys my shirts. Let me know if I'm going to let y'all see them so y'all can see what my June collection looks like. And then I'm going to end it with my outro. So as you guys can see, here's my Father's Day shirts. I changed it up this year and I did different shirts. So if you guys like any of these that I'm showing you, they're all available on my website right now. These shirts range from $30 to $35. That includes shipping and tax. Everything is included. Okay? There's no extra fee. So, and then you got Juneteenth, and then you got Men's Health. So last year, I think I sold like 70 Men's Health shirts. I was very thankful. So men do take their health seriously. June is y'all month. I hate that everything is in June, but that's what they do to men. They put everything in 1 month for the men. And then you got your Men's Health. The Men's Health shirts is only like a couple available in black and in white. And then you have, and then that's it. Yeah, black and white. So yeah, guys, those are the shirts. So I just gave you guys a quick little view of it. If you're interested, it's on my website, mentalhealth2011.com. Again, mentalhealth2011.com. All in one word. That is my website. So with that being said, you guys have a blessed night. And again, I don't hate anyone. So to my haters, I really do hope that you find something you're good at, because hating on me is not working. I would recommend you guys try something new. Do something that makes you happy. Do something that's going to leave a legacy for your kids, because almost all of my haters have kids. And I don't understand how they were able to parent these kids when they can't even control their own emotions with somebody online that they never met. So again, I'm hoping that these parents and that these mothers can do better. Think about the legacy you're leaving behind. Are you leaving a no stalking, no contact order behind? Are you going to leave a legacy behind for your kids to learn from? It's up to y'all. But at the end of the day, your choice, your body, your choice, your consequence. Have a good night, you guys.
What you gon' do when you facing accountability? You say she pandering, you hyenas be killing me. You niggas scandalous, your stories like validity. Boy, don't come for celebrity, queen of account. They calling her a pick-me. Some women say she pandering, cause she don't pick the girl code over lies that's damaging. These hyenas scandalous, slandering a black man again, and want celebrity to stand and watch like she a mannequin. Black men are the casualties, trapped by women's strategies. They act out sporadically, that shit is a travesty. And it's just so sad to see, matter of fact, it's a tragedy. 3 kids with different daddies, please, but y'all all mad at Daphne. They up at night trying to discredit and defame. They corrupt, ain't right, and it's pathetic and a shame. Fake friends turn enemies, throwing dirt on your name, but you gon' fly with the angels and serpents burning the flames. Yeah, I know it's hard and it hurt to discover the same people claim they love you, start shaming your mother. Cut you off unexpectedly, you triggered, you hate that, claiming Daphne disrespected me. I figured you say that. What you gon' do when you facing accountability? You say she pandering, you hyenas be killing me. You niggas scandalous, your stories like validity. Boy, don't come for celebrity, queen of accountability.